Don't disappoint.
Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back to GKP Live. I hope everybody's good, and I hope everybody's had a good week up to press. We are nearly there at the weekend. How are you guys doing? Everybody well?
All good, thank you. And
Yeah.
I did it again. Forgot to mute it. Right, guys. Usual thing. We will kick off tonight's show with our usual intro. Be right back after this.
At the back. Yeah, she is. This would have, if I were going to pick this show, there you go, guys. I would have picked that one. Still got a lot more up to come. Nice patterning, nice separation. Look at that, beautiful fish. And again, check this out, guys. This is something else. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Nice wild common trout coming up for a piece of bread. Perfect. Let's have a look at his koi facility again and look at this full cherry blossom. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get from the other side so we've got the sun behind us so that you can see this, but this is absolutely stunning. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Without further ado, I'll get us inside, have a look round, and let you see what you think. Catches in it. So in this whole complex, the fish are stunning. Absolutely beautiful. One bat after another. Really nice, exactly there.
No, I've done it yet.
Welcome back. So Naz is preparing and smashing kitchen to bits by it sounds. So then, good week so far, mate.
Yeah. Had a good.
Everything gone well with your treatments you've been doing?
Yes. Yeah. Like I say, they're all looking good. There's, like I say, there's one, the big shag, just looking a little red, but I'm giving it a chance just to see if it
progresses into anything else.
Progresses to anything else, if it does.
Damn it.
But we'll see.
Time will tell, mate. Dad, yourself, mate, everything going good your end? Did you manage to get those fish out of the holding net?
They're still in the holding there. I'm going over there tomorrow to sort them.
Did you get the other ones topped back up? If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, we went to Daz's prior to the East Midlands Koi Club group meeting, and we did a little bit of grading. Well, I'm saying a little bit. We did quite a lot, didn't we? We went through all the and all the New Forest Koi metallics and separated them out, sorted them all out. But we ran out of time to be able to get a pond filled back up quick enough. So we left them in a holding net in the main vat that we took them out of. So, well, I think, first of all, we'll kick off this evening with a talk about what you guys thought. I mean, I know I've done a little video on it, but there's no better explanation of what we thought and how much we enjoyed it when we actually went on the meeting at the weekend. Yeah. What do you guys think? I'll let you go first, and then we'll kick off with a couple of comments after that.
yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. Hang on a minute.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Upstairs. Did you know it was upstairs? Kids. Sorry, where was we? Yes, really enjoyed it. Lovely people, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah.
Mike's got a super set up there as well. I mean, it got some cracking fish, and his filter house flipping out. I've never seen anything like it.
There were pipes everywhere, weren't there, on that one?
Yeah.
The only thing I forgot to go in and film is filter setup.
Yeah,
but it does have one heck
It's
of
like a mad scientist lair, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's going to be adding to that again next year when he sets up his aquaponics system again. So it'll be a little bit more to come on it as well. Which at some point, Mike, what I might ask you to do is do us a walkthrough and maybe send us over a little bit of some footage of what you're, talk us through it and what you're going to be doing with the aquaponics once you get all that set up. But I'm sure, no doubt, we'll be back over to see you again.
Oh, definitely.
For me, I was quite surprised just how friendly it was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I've never met any of them before.
Exactly. Yeah.
There was a little bit of trepidation in our group of the lads, wasn't there? Thinking, we'll fit in.
Yeah, we thought, you never know.
Will it be a bit hoity-toity? But as soon as we got there,
it would be anything further from that, could it really? To be fair, couldn't have been made to feel more welcome by everybody out there. Even though we've never met anybody before, we was made welcome with conversations. Conversation flowed for hours. People talked amongst little groups, in big groups.
Yeah,
and there were a good spread of food. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
I mean, there were everything there, wasn't there? If you wanted a drink, if you weren't driving, you could have had a drink, and you could have had a fair few selections of different drinks as well, Mike, because you put on a good spread with that one. Yeah. You could have anything, whether you wanted warm, cooked, cold, vegan. Everything was catered for everybody. It was literally a full spread.
Setting the bar high.
Yeah.
But
what I would say, and what I came away with from it was, one, to perhaps maybe locate and look into one to see if we can find one closer to home as well. So there'll be other areas and other people and other groups to go to. And two, my advice to anybody, and with one of the comments that one of the ladies said, you don't even have to have a pond to be a part of that group. If you're interested in and something you're wanting to learn, there are people there within the group, and if somebody doesn't know, somebody else will do, but there are people there that will quite happily talk you through what they've done, what methods they use, what systems they use, how big the pond is, what's to be expected for a koi, what you need to expect to be able to provide a koi with. And it literally just continued like that all evening, all afternoon and all into the evening. And we didn't really, I don't think we left till pushing up to 8 o'clock-ish, was it? Something like that.
It was dark when we left.
Yeah. But the only thing I will say is, boy, did it drop cold.
It ring fell off his finger.
The ring, I could literally just slide it off my finger. Well, I did proper feel it that day. It did really drop pretty damn cold.
It was pretty cold.
Note to self, next time take a jacket, because although it was comfortably warm earlier on in the day, wasn't it? I mean,
it was,
we're down to a t-shirt, yours earlier at one point. It did drop off later in the evening. But that's the autumn feel and the winter onset, isn't it? That's what it does. But it was the hospitality, the people that we met, the people that we spoke with certainly made you feel warm and welcome. That is for sure. 100%. So it would be my advice to anybody that's out there, if you're thinking about joining a group or thinking about meeting up with a group, there's a very good group there. For example, what I will do is I will post a link to their Facebook group in the chat that people can just click on and take you to it. But what I will also say is it was fantastic. It was a great day, and we had a real good time, didn't we?
And the thing is, it's not expensive to join a club either.
No,
£5 for a year. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah.
pay for a coffee. You pay for more than
One coffee.
More than a sandwich for my lunch. So it surely was a great day, and it is extremely cheap. Well worth the visit. Well worth the meet up with them all. And I would say more than honestly, if anybody's thinking about joining another group or a local group, of these things that you've been thinking might not be your cup of tea, it might not be too good, trust me, get yourself out there, meet some new people, meet some new faces, strike up some conversations, and I think you'll enjoy it and have a great time. There is
a lot too.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. There's a Facebook group links just being dropped there in the chat for all those that might be interested and might want to look that particular group up. It's there for anybody who should want to. We'll kick off a couple of comments and then we'll touch back on. We've got Hertzgoy who says, evening all. Good evening, Hertz.
Evening, Hertz.
Mike Bass says,
evening, Mike.
Right.
One from us. Life Around the Koi Pond says, hello, Mike, and everyone else.
Evening, Jamie.
All right.
There is a live link there, should anybody, which will be pinned to the top of your comments, should anybody want to join us, there is an invite there for anybody that would like to come on. Life Around the Koi Pond, it's soon come round again, another fantastic stream. I can feel it in my water.
It will be, mate. Thank you
very much, mate. Cheers, Jamie. Twisted Koi says, evening cupcakes. How are we all doing?
All good.
Mike Bass says, how do you test for that? Oh, well. In his waters. Life Around the Koi Pond says, hi, friends. Mr. Webb says, okay, I won't come on then because he did join us in the bottom chat, but you're welcome to come on later on, guys. We are going to do a little bit of a chat talk through, first of all, and introduce ourselves into the show before we bring any guests on. Twisted Koi says he's knackered. Mike Bass says, LOL. Hates Koi says, evening, Pond and Garden. Pond and Garden says, hi, mate. Life Around the Koi Pond says, how's Gary? Hi, Gary. How's things going, mate? Doing good, mate. Well rested after the fantastic weekend. Oh, look like you all had a good day and had a good weekend. I did notice from videos that I've watched out online, it was a lot quieter than what it was last year when we went. When me and Brandon went down for the 2-day event, both days were rammed. It was kind of shoulder to shoulder. You know, you'd got 50 odd people queuing for food when you wanted to get a little bit of something to eat. And to go around and look around all the fish and all around the stalls and everything, you literally had to queue up and politely wait to move around as people were going around for a look. It was packed, it was rammed. Far busier than what it looked from most people's videos. But, you know, I guess there'd be flow of people coming in and going and coming and going at all time, and you might not just pick them up while you were there doing your videoing and filming. But, yeah. What did you think, guys? Did you enjoy the show? Pond Garden says, how's things with you, Jamie? Charlie Bifter Brown says, evening all. Spectating again. Links there, mate, if you want to jump. Oh, if you don't, offers there, but you're always welcome to join us. Life Around the Koi Pond said, great video, by the way, mate. Once again, Gary, which I'm guessing talking to Gary Webb, watched him while I was on my break at work, mate. Hilsley says, hi all.
Hi, Hilsley.
Telfer Koi Pond says, evening, everyone. Evening, Phil.
Hi, mate.
Pond and Garden says, thanks, Jamie. We do try our best. Charlie Bifter Brown. Mike Bass, thank you for showing us your pond. For real, was fantastic. Yeah, it was, mate. Proper enjoyed it. It was a good day, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a busy day because we crammed quite a lot in. And we didn't do a really early start, did we? So we were quite busy doing what we were doing at your house before, at Daz's Koi Farm. But yeah, it was a busy packed day. Pond and Garden says, evening, Phil. Pond and Garden says, hi, everyone else. Mike Bass says, Gaz did the hard work. I just cooked. LOL. P&G with a wave. Andrew Wrigley says, good evening, everyone. How are we all tonight? Very well, Andrew. Koi Calmness says, evening all. Well, how's it going, Dave? Charlie Bifter Brown says, food was fantastic as well, Mike Bass. It was. There was one point where he come out with a basket of chips and Charlie Biff to Brown goes like this. Do you want a few chips, Gaz? And he went to tip some on his and just boof, big pile. Next thing you know, he's splitting them half of mine so we didn't look greedy having a massive pile of chips each. Coy Karma says, hi, Kaz. Hi, Gaz and Kaz. Bonnie Garden says, hi, Dave. Hillsley says, hi, Gaz. What did you think about the picture I sent you on Instagram? Do you think it's got some good potential, mate? That's a very nice fish. Very, very nice fish. I haven't shown these guys because
yes, I've not seen it.
Well, I'd have to screenshot it, which I probably could do. I'd probably screenshot it. A shower. He sent it on Instagram, so it was a little bit difficult for me. I can't get. Well, I can, but I can't put my Gaz's koi pond on because I've got my PC set up with my own Instagram. That's a pain.
Yeah.
But I will screenshot and I'll show you all. Mike Bass says, thanks, Bifter. Yeah, dear. Up North Koi Pond says, evening all. Garden says, hi, Si. Telfer Koi says, Si with a wave. Hi, Si from Koi Karma. Loop back echo on the audio. Have we?
I can't hear it.
No, I can't hear it.
No.
How's that? Does that sound better? I'll knock that down a little bit then, turn the volume down, and it should be okay, I think. Now, let me know if it's not. Mike Bass, a good group of people talking fish and eating food. So glad I joined up. Yeah, me too, mate. Definitely. Looking forward to the next one. LOL, yeah. Talking fish. Oops, my bad. Had 2 tabs open at my end. Echo's gone now. I didn't think, because I normally can hear it if I did, but I have knocked it down a little bit just in case. Dave Cook says, hello, Gaz, Mick and Daz. How you doing, Dave?
Hi, Dave.
Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond. Evening, muckers. Hope you're all well. I'm not watching as at work, but I'm listening. Thanks very much for tuning in. Regardless, mate. Don't get yourself in trouble. And just in case you didn't think we were listening, he sent it twice. Dave Cook says, hello, Twisted Joy. Dave Cook says, hello, Pond and Garden. We got a hi, David. Trolls will be kicked if they are rude, so be polite and they can stay till the end. Edward Guppy says, good evening, all. Good evening, Edward.
Evening.
Skeggy's walked into the house with a boom.
Evening, Skeg.
At the summer pond visits, we tend to go into the evening chatting. Yeah. I can imagine, mate, when you're all sat around and having a good natter and a good laugh, you can all enjoy yourself, kick back, have a drink, and just chat to the late hours, especially when it's nice and warm and, you know, everybody's had a couple to drink, conversation flowing. I can imagine it being lovely this summer, mate. I think you would have had a lovely few pond visits, which we probably missed, and hopefully get to do it again next year, or perhaps maybe later this one. Charlie Bifter Brown says, hi, Skeggy, let's touch spanners. Sounds wrong. Don't want to touch them too hard, they might go blue. Happy birthday, Daz. Yes, big, massive. Many happy returns to Daz Shelton, aka Skeggy's Pond, Daz Shelton.
Yeah, happy birthday,
mate.
And he got a special present this morning, which is an MOT pass.
Yeah.
Which is better than
I'm still waiting for mine.
Charlie Bifter Brown says, happy birthday, Skeggs. West Brom Coy says, evening all. Good evening, West Brom Coy.
Evening.
Happy birthday, Skeggy from Pond and Garden. Thanks, Dave. Cheers, Mr. Bifter Brown. Thanks, Gary. Just to let the group know, I've turned off the UVs and the EasyPod up filter and the gravel filter. I've been feeding once a day. I was saying last week, wasn't I, that I've knocked back, but I don't know if it's warmed up just a couple of degrees, but they've been coming up.
Yeah,
so I've been giving a bit more because I was putting a couple of handfuls on rather than 3 or 4, maybe 5, and I'm not talking full handfuls. Just I just throw a couple of clusters on to spot feed them a little bit. But I noticed that by the time I'd seen to dog, and then gone in to make his breakfast, come back out and double check to make sure he wasn't tearing some plants to pieces. It's all gone. So I thought, give him a little bit more. So this week they've had a little bit more again, but I don't know. I think these evening temps are dropping proper low, but it's warming back up again for a day. It's certainly
it's very weird.
It's been everywhere I've been. It's been pretty warm this week.
Yeah. Yesterday morning, about I'd say probably 11ish, 12ish time. It were quite warm. It was quite warm.
Yesterday morning,
it's been about 7 degrees.
Steph. He says you were up at 11 o'clock and don't believe that for a minute. So did you come in and tell him?
Statement.
Yeah,
I've been up.
We never actually got one of these out last week, so we're just going to slap Mick with that one. 2 reasons. First one being is Mick said 11 o'clock. No way. And the next one was 12 o'clock. Well, that's not morning, that's afternoon. So you'll get it twice for that one, mate.
Yeah, well, 12. But at 11:49, 59 then. Yeah. I went out yesterday morning and today morning, and it was a lot warmer than it has been in the morning. And like I say, I fed twice both days. Good amount. One in the morning time, one in the evening time, and they not rammed up for it like they was doing, but they did come up quite quickly and they munched it within 5 minutes. Yeah,
gone and cleared it up quick.
Yeah, like I say, thanks to Daz, I'm back on to the.
That might be another reason why they dropped off a little bit, because you won't feed them the food that they're used to or they've been having throughout the summer. So maybe that.
Yeah, but no, they did go on to that food, but the amount of waste, it was impressive. The amount of waste what was on the bottom of the bottle with that other food. It were long, stringy stuff floating around. You having to net it out, flick it towards the pump. The pump. But like I say, I'm just looking at the 2 bottom drains now, and like I say, I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. We are going to be doing, really, mate, it's on you. Whenever you want to do it, then.
Like I say, I think we need to work out exactly what I need.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I think we've got everything.
They've got the main things. You just need some bats, and then we can add to your filtration after we've done that. We can once we've got the drains in. Then we can add to you with your. We're going to put him a moving bed.
Yeah, that can do next year, can't it?
That's what I mean. But when you're ready and you want to go for putting your bottom drains in, mate, then all you need is a couple of lengths of pipe, some solvent weld, because I think both mine and Daz's has seen better days.
I think push fit.
Nah, you want to go straight. Solvent weld.
It is solvent weld pipe. It is solvent weld pipe. Anyway,
is it 2 inch?
It is 2 inch. Yeah.
I've got a full length of 2 inch solvent weld you can have, mate.
Right. I've got a couple of lengths left over from what I've had, mate.
But basically, what I was thinking is, you know where the pump is now. Yeah. Taking the pump off, putting one bottom drain there, getting the T to branch off.
And then put your second one in. Yeah, so it keeps away from it.
Yeah.
And then putting your pump external outside. That's what we're going to do. So you can service your pump easier. Then all you need then, depending on whether you put one to each drain or whether you put one on, you just need a non-return valve. And they're a few quid, mate.
Yeah.
There are a few quid if you go to a plumber's merchants for them. You'll be talking a fair bit more if you go to anything with the coin.
Yeah, I'll get the white ones that you've got.
That one I got, mate. It's not white anymore. You can't even hardly leave your seats there. So covered in green algae. Can't even tell. But does its job perfect. Skeggy says, spanner bump. Sorry, chap. That was just slipping off into a chat amongst ourselves then for a while, but you get the gist. There's the link for the Facebook group for East Midlands Koi Club group. If anybody's interested, all you need to do, click on that link, click to join, and the rest of it's self-explanatory. Collar Robbo says...
Gary?
Yep, you missed one.
Gary Stevens.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Gary Stevens says, evening all. fine in Coyland. Thanks very much, mate. Hope you're good, Gary. Evening, lads, from Colorado.
Evening, Cole.
Why turn off the pod? You'll lose all your bacteria. Is a question there from Skeggy to Jamie from Life Around the Koi Pond. Kushti Koi says, hi all, how you doing, mate?
Hi, Kushti.
Evening, Kushti from Skeggs. Hi, Daz from Kushti.
Hi, Kushti.
Hey ho, Kushti from Pony Garden. Hi, Kushti from Dave. Hi, Dave from Kushti. Tony Barker says, happy birthday, Skeggs.
Hi, Tony.
Happy birthday. Yeah, hi, Tony. You're sorry, that was rude of me. Happy birthday, Skeggy from Kushti. Life Around the Koi Pond says, I still have the 3 large vortex running through winter, Skeggy.
I'm just going to turn the light off outside, save the electric.
No worries, mate. Was a cracking weekend at the show. Yes, was quiet. Saturday and Sunday was a bit better of the 2 days. I think, to be fair, Saturday morning when we got there last time, Saturday morning, first thing, when we got there for opening time, it were rammed. There were people coming out with boxes, pan nets, measuring bowls and everything. And there were people going, must have just gone straight in, bought what they want and were straight off. But it were pretty busy inside. Lunchtime-ish, it kind of quieted off. And then it picked up again later on in the afternoon. But Sunday were quite quiet in the morning, but then kicked off coming up to late morning time to rest of day has been busy as hell, right through till sort of like dying minutes. And then it pretty much emptied off pretty quickly then. Carol Lawsett says, hi guys, hope everyone's okay. How you doing, Carol? Hope you're well. Ilsley says, the food was all pre-cooked. It was lukewarm. It wasn't instant and extremely fast, but it was quite quiet there this year. That's a surprise. The food was all pre-cooked. It was lukewarm. Yeah, it's not much. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. But is it that was supposed to be the premier koi show in England?
Yeah, and that, I mean, there's 1 or 2 people I've spoken with, and when you've watched a few people's videos and stuff,
yeah,
from what they were saying and the things that they were talking about, how it's not progressed, how nothing's changed in a long time. That they have, you know, when they've not been and gone for a long, long time. It was surprise. I guess there might have been a lot of different fish there this time. I don't know for definite if there was or there wasn't. Obviously,
I've heard the person who won Grand Champion at Newark got Grand Champion there. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that.
And I've asked some of the people that went, did everybody know who won Grand Champion? And was it the same person as got Grand Champion at the Newark? I think the Newark seemed busier. It's a lot smaller venue. I mean, that's a big venue. If you put everybody in that same sort of size, it would have looked rammed, wouldn't it? But it's a bigger venue too, in it. So we may have our first. I will fix it. Evening says. There were some bargains down there this year. I did see some. I noticed some of the prices of the koi balls, man. They were dirt cheap in comparison.
Was it coastal koi whacking nice sized fish out for 40 quid on the video we were watching?
Yeah, there's some reasonably priced koi and some reasonably priced dry goods as well.
There wasn't
going for some like 46 quid or 36 quid.
36 quid. I mean, I think one of the vats I seen, there wasn't proper tancho. There was a bit elongated tancho fish, but for 40 quid, I mean, I don't think you could moan at that for 40 quid.
No, not at all. We've got. Oh, hang about. Let me get rid of that one, and we can get a bit more screen back. There you go. There it is. As a preparation for the winter, I'll be wrapping the pond in shrink wrap to keep the wind chilled off. Have you already got block work, or is it sleeper pond and then cladded as well? I think to get through 6 to 8 inches of timber work, mate, I think we really need to be wrapping around maybe 1 millimetre or 2 millimetres in bubble wrap. I think that might just be a pointless waste.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
going
don't
to
think
be wet as well. It's going to
the
it
making some out of like Phil from Telford Koi Pond does, and making some tops and some, you know, pond covers with that
like twin wall polycarbonate.
you shield off, but wrapping your pond, mate. We don't get temperatures that bad, and no doubt you've never done it before in your other ponds or your other pond that you had.
I think what he's on about doing is, you know, the 4 corner posts. What he's on about doing is wrapping it all the way,
wrapping all that,
wrapping that and raising it up.
Nah,
Just
well,
keep the kill.
you still got to remember that you need to be able to check
water.
the fish and be able to gain access to it. I mean, how are you going to do that if you've Christmas wrapped it?
Yeah. But like I say, if you wrap it 3 foot just off the water surface, that's going to stop the wind from blowing, isn't it? Technically.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like my grandson's kicking off in there. Don't even hear that.
But what people have got to realise, the pond still needs to naturally gas off if you're building covers.
Yeah.
Because Jeffrey, one of the gentlemen I know, he built this lovely cover. It looked amazing. Went to see his in springtime. He checked on him sporadically, kind of thing. Went to take his covers off. He found 3 or 4 grand's worth in the skimmer.
Oh, no.
Because the pond wasn't officially gassing itself off properly.
So that's why I always keep my air running. My air's running throughout the winter, all year round. I don't turn it off, leave it on. That way, then you get an exchange from bottom of your pond, and it's coming out and it's gassing off at top. No matter, even if you've got some covers on, you're still getting gas exchange and you're still removing it. But leaving some kind of a gap so that you can get flow fresh air through.
At the end of the day, your air pump uses about the least electric out of all of your stuff.
I mean, I've had my UV off now for 5 weeks, 6 weeks nearly. And you know something? My water is crystal clear. So if your filtration is good enough to take the fines and the algae out of the water, there's nothing.
Yeah. Yours is the conveyor belt system thing, aren't it? That pulls out through like a sieve. Yeah.
I am surprised though. I haven't had to put it back on, but it's as crystal clear as it's ever been.
Good do. That's what you want, mate. Are you finding you having to clear that out though more often?
Yes, I would be, but treatment's in. I've got to leave it till.
No, I mean in general, the amount that it's collecting.
Yeah.
Life around the Guy Point says happy birthday, Skeggy. Carol says happy birthday, Skeggy. My Koi Journey says good evening all.
Evening.
Garden says hi Glenn. Good evening, My Koi Journey. Hope you're well. Skeggy's Pond says thanks for the birthday wishes. Our pleasure, mate. What was it again? 60 what?
Oh.
Call me a cheeky bugger earlier today for calling that. Happy birthday from My Koi Journey. Mine are only getting G-Fricks 4 times a day now at half the amount rather than 6 times at double the amount. Yeah. So I mean, I have reduced back. They just seem to be eating a fair bit more this week than what they were doing the week before. But last week up here were cold. Well, it did drop off. Skeggy says, thanks, Glenn. My Koi Journey says, hello, Pond and Garden. Tom Prenderville says, the big 60 Skeggy. That's on Tom. I just did him with that one as well. Paul Max says, evening to all. Good evening, Paul. I hope you're well.
Evening, Paul.
Tom, yeah, middle finger, Tom not caught up. What's the longest you have left your filters in the winter for cleaning?
Evening, Carol.
Good evening, Carol. The longest we've left your filters, I think probably 2 weeks max, I think, for me.
Yeah.
And that's probably not really been a full 2 weeks, but that's only probably because I've been doing something when I would normally do them on a weekend and something's come up and I've gone. But yeah, 2 weekly, just to.
Yeah.
What I do for me, and obviously, guys, you say what you do, but I do a deep clean prior to winter, as in
Yeah.
Coming towards back end of autumn, when everything's all leaves have dropped and everything, give my pond a good vac out, move my lily pots around, make sure that there's no muck and crap that's stuck behind them, vac all bottom of pond off, and then filter out everything out, good deep clean, good water change. Make sure my salt levels are right and up to 3.0 or 0.3, should I say, and then basically top back up and then kick them into winter and let them just do what they need to do, and then just do a weekly partial filter clean, not partial filter clean and a partial water change. That's really what I do. And then again, come spring, as it starts, it's the same process. Go through a big deep clean again, deep clean on the filter, bang in some beneficial bacteria, and start it all back up again after I've given it all a good vac out and a good water change. That's what I pretty much do. I don't try to take too much water out to be putting too much water in through the winter months. I just do my filter clean and that's my water change. That's it. Each time now it'll be a bit more than what it was before, but now it'll be like a 300 litre water change each time I do one with the new filter that I made. But I don't know what you guys do.
Mine's normally weekly. I clean the filter, or 2 weeks at the most. After that, I find it starts to back up and overflow anyway, so I've got to do it. And this time of year, I normally get chest waders on, get in the pond, cut every single leaf off. Once it starts turning yellow, the lilies, I cut all the foliage off, get rid of it all. And like you guys, I go around, give the bottom of the pond a good vacuum round, get up any bits of rotting leaf and stuff, and that's it basically. But
the things with lilies, you know, you were saying like when your lilies, when the leaves start to die back, and they look yellow, the actual stem going to it has already turned to mush, hasn't it? In that
turned to mush, it's disintegrated.
The
leaf just kind of floats away.
Just if you touch it, it just turns to goo, doesn't it? It's
I normally get a bucket floating in the pond with me, and I just keep cutting them off with the secateurs and keep chucking them in the bucket. All because on the compost.
I don't know, and this will something that we will touch on for one of his topics. One thing you got to make sure, mate, is don't let dog get hold of them. Don't let dog run off with any pieces of your pond lilies, because it is poisonous to dogs, and it does make them sick. My little pup decided they were going to try running around the garden with him, and I didn't let him. I straight out and got hold of him and took him off him. And then I said, "Mate, just do us a favour, just go check that." And she did. And all forms of lilies, no matter what they are, whether the natural ones that grow in your garden or ones that grow in water, are all toxic and poisonous.
They are, yeah.
So
the stigma on the the
flower,
the stigma is very dangerous for dogs.
Yeah,
you know that plant seed you give your mum and your wife's if you're creeping. Always take the stigma out.
Well, you see, most wives take them off anyway, because when they drop off, that stuff stains your carpet, stains surfaces, all
paintwork even on your windowsill.
I had some drop on my marble half, and I had to use spinners to remove it to get the stain off. So it's quite strong.
The dust,
the dust of it,
Yeah, but the other thing I'd say is watch out for blanket weed as well, because if you don't notice it going into autumn, by springtime you'll be knee deep in the stuff. I have noticed, I saw somewhere that there was a new product on the market that once you treat it for blanket weed, it was then like a preventative that you added every so many weeks, and it stops it coming back.
Oh, right, cool.
It's made by Blanket Answer. It's something like Blanket Prevent.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's tried it, whether it's any good or not, but I'll be
honest with you. I treated at the beginning of spring, and that's the only time I've ever treated. I treat once a year. That's it.
Yeah. Well, mine's just started to grow back probably about an inch now, so I probably need to do something about it.
But seriously, if it doesn't get out of control, leave it. Over winter, I'll leave it.
You leave yours, don't you? So they've got something to graze on should they want to do it, not coming up for any food.
It depends how your filter copes with it, because with me, it blocks my filter up. It gets in the jack matting, and then it starts to back up and overflow. So I have to keep on top of it.
Tom Prenderville says, "Wow, that's not nice."
Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's been dealt with. Thank you. I'd say thank you to the moderators for doing a good job as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You don't want to know, Carol. I'm not a nice person, Tom. Garden says, my filter cleaning in the winter don't change from the summer months, Carol. It still gets done twice a week, regardless of pond temps. The only thing I would say, and just say to watch out for, is when you're changing water in your winter ponds, be careful how much you take out, because the water temperature inside your pond and the water temperature that's going back in from your mains will be several degrees warmer. And I found this out the other day. I was saying to Jeff, when I did a water change, my pond was at 14 degrees and I topped back up, and I took out 600 litres and put back 600 litres back in, and it took it back up 3 degrees, which is, and if that's a cold, chilled pond, I would imagine, it might be a hell of a lot lower temperature and it might raise it back up again, which is, I'm not saying anything. I was surprised to see it go up by 3 degrees just by doing a water change.
Yeah, I think
the same in reverse as well for summertime. I've had it where it's been like mid-30s, the water temperature, and you put cold water in out the tap. You got to be careful.
I think 2 degrees. Two degrees. It's either way, fluctuation either way. Anything over that, they don't tend to like that much of a fluctuation.
Summertime, I was having to top up in the evening when it was cooling down to try and reduce the shock.
I mean, that's why I always do a trickle back in some ways. I mean, I've been putting a bit more quicker in now because what I was doing was.
But so it's less of a straight in kind of thing, so they get a chance to kind of acclimatise to it. Yeah, makes sense. Skeggy says, right, I'm off to get a Chinese. Most cut their cleaning in half, Carol, due to the reduced feeding, less waste. Tell me about it. I've stopped feeding the Evolution Aqua Wheat Gem. The waste
it was
changed to something else. Yeah.
What have you changed to, Carol?
When we were talking last week about it, when I fed wheat germ last year, because prior years I hadn't bothered with it. I just stuck to when they stopped feeding. That was it. They got no until come spring, and they were looking for food again. Then they got some, but I did go on to the wheat germ. But the amount of crap that produced on bottom, like you said, they were like great big snakes on the bottom of the pond everywhere. Just that's the beauty about now having. I mean, I know it's not as good as a bottom drain, but it's certainly an improvement for me having a bottom drain. It's gone, and it's very little again.
I don't see the difference between a retrofit and a normal bottom drain. Really, apart from it looks a bit ugly on the bottom of your pond.
Well, to be fair though, mate, it only looks ugly till it settles in with the rest of the bottom of the pond. Once it gets a good,
once it gets green,
you really don't see it. Not like you do, but not like you.
Maybe if you've got a window, it should probably annoy you a bit more.
Yeah. A bit crap to look at when it with pipe, but the low profile kit makes them look a lot better anyway, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Dave Hodgson says, happy 70th birthday, Skegger. God, he's just
the insults just keep coming.
Yay, East Midland Koi Group. Lindo's mate. West Brom Koi. Coming to the end of my first full season, did my end of season measure up? Had a couple of 9 cm on, it's about an average. I'm unheated, by the way. Yeah, that's
growth. That's
some good growth, mate.
What food, if you don't mind sharing with us, what kind of food would you feed him?
So I got 15 cm on one of my fish, which was proper good. But the rest, I think the rest of them averaged, didn't they? The bigger fish, I'm saying my bigger fish, probably got a good 5 to 6 cm, and some of the smaller ones, which I've been, purposely trying to grow on, did do pretty damn well. Some of them were 10 cm. Vince's fish, absolutely smashed some size on this year. Mike Coy Journey says, "Hi guys, do you know what would be my local club? I'm in Norfolk. I don't, mate. No. All I did, I mean, I found one. There is a Yorkshire Koi Club. All I did was type in Koi clubs on Facebook, and it came up straight away. So you should find up. I typed in Koi clubs West Yorkshire, came up with my local area straight away, mate. So I suggest trying to do the same sort of thing. My friend the Koi Pond says the reason for turning the pod off is that the Easy Pod wasn't turning a large amount of water over, so leaving the vortex running with 18,000 litre per hour pump running it should be enough filtration.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dad, where's Willow?
I don't know.
You don't.
Gone to the pub. The reason I asked is the guys who was doing my filters has let me down. I managed to find someone else. Now he's got COVID and I'm going on holiday on Monday. Stressed out now. You'll be fine for 2 weeks or you're on holiday. Make sure you give it a good clean when you go and make sure you give it a good clean when you get back. If you're going for less than a week, no to worry about.
What do you mean, Carol, doing your filter?
Slow down your filtration, slow down your pump a little bit so that you're getting less coming through. Sorry, email them from Cunnicoy. 5% discount.
Yeah, what does Carol mean, doing my filters?
I think somebody was going to be coming maintaining her filters in a pond for a while she were away on holiday. She found somebody else, but they've got COVID, so going on Monday, stressed out now. Don't worry about it. Make sure they've had a good clean before you go. If in doubt, leave your air on, switch your filtration off. They'll be fine for a week. You ain't going to kill them.
Yep.
What's the best inline pond heater at the moment, value for money?
Doing one.
A heat source pump, what they call them. An air source heat pump would be the best value.
He's on about inline. He's on about an inline one. So basically, yeah.
They are inline, aren't they?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No.
Your pond goes
Sorry
through
about
it. Pond.
Oh, we lost the dog.
Yeah, but an inline, he's on about the cheaper inline ones where Mike had on.
Oh, right. Like the type of thing that Mike had. I wouldn't have said there was a cheap inline heat pump or pump.
That's what inline means. I think.
Well, an air source heat pump is in line. It does come from your pond through the heat source and back to your pond. That's still in line, isn't it? Because it's in the line of your pipework.
Yeah.
That's
you mean like a
run
or an element, don't you? Making like sort of heats up or whatever.
Yeah.
The one like Mike had, the thermostat one.
Yeah. Well expensive. I don't think there is such
the 1
thing as
kilowatt one. I mean, they do a 1 kilowatt and a 2 kilowatt one in the cheaper range.
What we've been told by somebody had one, it would cost him an absolute fortune. So he's removed both of them and won't be even using one this year. So
yeah, Adam Julian.
Yes, that little one.
Yeah. What was the name? They're the better ones. The one with Adam Julian. Yeah. You get the thermostat, proper thermostat. You can like really control them.
Same as Lee Hadfield's got one on his grow-on tank. That's same type.
Is it? Yeah. Oh. It's not. It's a cloverleaf.
No, there's one what's torch for.
Is it cloverleaf?
I think it is cloverleaf. Yeah, I think you're right, Mick.
I think they are cloverleaf.
Wasn't it one that's used for a hot tub as well?
You can use that. Yeah.
I wouldn't think that no matter which one you got, you would at the prices as they are at present, you would find one. If you're wanting what's the best inline pond heater at the moment, value for money, I don't think the heaters are particularly expensive to buy. It's the maintaining and running of them.
Running them, yeah.
But running wise, mate, I don't think there is one. Couldn't tell you for definite, but I could point you to a couple of videos and a couple of channels that they've both had. Adam, is it Adam Julian? Did you say?
Yeah. Adam Julian runs it one indoors.
He had one on his grow-on pond on the outside of his
on his fry tank.
Tank, I think it was, wasn't it? It's Tosai tank.
Yeah,
and he does a full review about them on there. And I know Lee Hadfield has one on his grown pond, which seems to be reasonable. I don't think it's stupid money for him.
No, I think a couple of £100 that.
You'll be banging your electric bill up somewhat, a hell of a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people will be going, well, I think a lot of people already did go away from that type and go to the air source heat pump, didn't they? They are very expensive to lay out initially, but I don't think they're all that expensive to run. They may be now with different prices.
Yeah.
Sharpie's Ponwell says, evening, me ducks.
Evening, mate.
I hope the fish are better, bud. We were watching the other day, weren't we? When you got a few that have got a couple of ulcers and what have you, mate. Hope everything's on the mend and things are looking better. I noticed you did kind of think a lot of them, or you were saying that they might have bumped themselves on this stone or on this rock. Ulcers, yeah.
Can be a little nick and then bacteria gets it.
Get a little bit of bacteria in there and then, yeah. But I hope things are looking better, mate. Have you tried chloramine tea, mate? Because that stuff is pretty damn good at sorting out kind of problems like that, especially bacterial infections. We've had a lot of success with it on mix using it at present or giving another dose at present. A friend of ours we've done and used a lot, and he's had quite good results with it as well. Edinburgh's Koi Pond Steve Chillid says, good evening all. How are you doing, mate? Well.
Hi, mate.
Garden says, hi, Sharpie. Bonner Garden says, hi, Steve. Ilsey says, very big koi statues down there at £50 each. Sweet.
Oh, wow.
So there was, from what I've seen, some of the prices were quite good, weren't they? There was some good value for money. No, Sankey. Oh well, grand champion was a Sakai Sankey. Knew it was Shintaro Sankey. Ah, right. So it wasn't the same person.
It wasn't the same then.
I'm afraid we have to go now, gents. See you in November. You certainly will. Take care, and thanks for joining us. We shall see you on the next one.
Yeah.
That's not the show. That's the next meetup. Dave Hodgson says, can anyone tell me the difference between a Gosanke and a Sanke? Gosanke and Gosanke and Sanke are technically the same thing.
Gosanke is a generic term for all three. Showa, Sanke,
and Sanke. Yeah. So Gosanke covers them all. It's like the other one, Mick. What was the other one when we asked down at the Newark show? The type for the when I said, is that a Matsukawa Baki? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, why is it called this name on there?
Kawaii Mono.
Mono, yeah.
Mono. That's for all categories that don't fall into Gosankis.
Yeah, it's a catch-all category.
Yeah.
There you go. 3 varieties in Gosanke, Sanke, Showa, and Kahaku. Gosanke is a group of fish types. Sanke is one of them. Gosanke, I know what you meant. A Sanke is a Gosanke, basically.
Yeah.
Keith and Paula's Bombville says, hi, everyone.
Hi, Keith. Hi, Paula.
Hello, Paula. Carol Lawsett says, I use 10 mil polycarb, but leave a gap at both ends.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ponder Garden says, hi, Keith and Paula. Keith and Paula say, hi, Ponder Garden. Up North Guy says, KMP. Up North Guy says, winking face, hello. I never cover all pumps running, moving, water doesn't freeze. I don't cover either, mate.
Yeah, I've never done.
Never have. I mean, the only thing I probably have done is gone out there when we've had a good heavy snowfall because of having the net on and just snow shoveled it clean off to make sure that it's not all sagging and dropping down into water. So in case fish do come up, they don't catch themselves on netting. But that's about the only thing. The only thing I really use as a cover is nature itself. I
put polycarb covers on the fry tank last year, but this year I've done 3/4 of it. I've just got the last bit to cover. The whole of the koi house will be covered, so there's no need to put covers on anymore.
Yeah, you've covered the building, haven't you?
Yeah.
Raven Lunatic says, evening.
Evening.
Joy Camera says, evening, Chappy. Edinburgh Koi Pond, Steve. Although we'll replace pumps with very pumps this year. Now, before you, that's the topic that I want to talk about as well. And it's some obviously Jamie and Skeggy have been trialing, which is quite damn good. They actually, Jamie from Keeping It Koi, it's all right. Yeah, it is Keeping It Koi.
Keeping It Koi, yeah.
Skeggy have both been trialing. I think it's a variable speed fan controller. I think that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Been using it, and Skeggy and Jamie tested it on a static pump, and it actually reduced and turned the static pump into a variable flow pump. So you could actually, if you wanted to, mate, you can actually go out there, buy one of them, and make your static pump into a Veriflow, which is pretty damn good, to be fair.
They're not expensive either, are they, guys?
I think you were about
20 quid on eBay.
I think it was less than 10 quid, to be fair. I think
on Amazon they were 20. On eBay they were 20.
But reducing the polarity of the pump, though, that would be only my concern over a long period of time. Would it knacker the pump out?
I don't know. I mean, what's the difference between a pump spinning on a motor shaft than a fan spinning on a motor shaft?
Surely that's
but it's for that one
anyway.
If it doesn't do anything
that
to
one speed, though, isn't it? We're a pump. I'd say a 20,000 litre pump is made to run at 20,000 litre pump. Yeah, volume. Where a fan does have variable speeds anyway, doesn't it?
Well, providing you haven't got one just a static speed.
Yeah, but I still would be. I mean, I'm not saying they don't work.
Honestly, bud, I don't know. I suppose
you'd have to try, wouldn't you? Really?
Stick it on and leave it running for 12 months and see how it does.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's something an electrician would have to give advice about.
I'll tell you what. When we've done and we've finished it, I shall ask him a chance and see what he says. Ask him if he can let us know.
See what he thinks about it, because I think if an electrician says it'll be fine, you would think it would be safe, wouldn't you? Because he's not gonna give advice.
I can fix it. If you join us in the lobby, what you need to do is show your face. If you're not showing your face, you ain't going to be coming on. So we'll just kick you out of there for now. Almost surprising, Jim will fix it might look pretty disturbing at this time. That's what his profile picture was. Life around the koi pond. The temperature of my pond is 12 degrees C. The fish are quite sluggish but happy. Yeah, they do tend to slow down, mate. They slow down a lot this time of year.
I'd say 12C is not very bad for them. Anything below 8, they get a bit discomfort with it. But at the end of the day, we don't really get.
So do we.
Yeah, we don't really get.
Imagine if you were sat in a bowl of water that were only like 2 and 3 degrees. I think you'd be a bit discomfortable, and things would disappear into places you probably never see them from for a long time. Skeggy's Pond, as Shelton says, Steve, moving water doesn't freeze. Niagara Falls has frozen over.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. The glacier was a movie, an ancient movie.
There's probably thousands of people all over the world that go ice climbing waterfalls. So they definitely do freeze. All rivers freeze.
Rivers freeze. Yeah.
What's that big massive one over in States where it's in Canada? A big massive river where it's the mass when it comes with a great big thaw and it all comes crashing through and it takes out trees and everything.
It's in Alaska. It's in Alaska.
Yeah. Is it the Yukon?
The Yukon.
Yukon.
Yeah.
Raven Lunatic says, in mine, it's 10 degrees and chilly. Yeah, mine's probably dropped down lower than that most evenings for the last 3 weeks. So, yeah, it's cold up north. Yeah. Real up north, that is, Si. Wayside Koi says, evening, everyone. Good evening.
Hi, John. Oh, it's John, sorry. That's John. Sorry.
Alan, how do you know?
because Jill comes as Jim's pond and John comes as wayside.
Right, that's nice. Right. Even John. Simon Shear says, I never really have to touch the bottom of the pond. Hi all. Never really have to touch the bottom of the pond.
Yeah.
Well, do you have pond plants in there? Or are you just a clinic pond that's got no in there other than your bottom drains and your fish? Well, you can stay there till you show your face, mate. You'll not be coming on. Pond and garden, all water freezes when it gets cold enough. Certainly does. Yeah. Evening Sky from Skeggy. Hi, John from Pond and Garden. So was Westcliff seafront, but due to extremes. Yeah. Hi, Jill and John from Koikama. Skegster from up north. Jill Collins.
Here she is. Hi, Jill.
There you go. Should have put a red feather down. I don't know. Hi, Jill from Pond and Garden. LOL, Steve. But it will freeze, especially in pipes. Yeah. That's where most of your problems come from, though, isn't it? The pipes freeze up, or when they freeze up, it expands your joints crack, and then you end up with leaks.
Yeah. I need you to have a look at the joints on the pond when you come, just to make sure you see what you mean.
Yeah. Well, mate, if needs be, we can replace the pipe work for what it is. Yeah. It's no big deal. Wayside Court says, hi, Dave. Raven Lunatic says, I love a deep clean. Evening, Jill and John. So little things. Hi, Dave from Jill. Evening, Daz. Hi, Daz.
Evening.
Hi, Gary. Hi, John and Jill. God, this gets confusing. Hi, Edward. Hi, Edward. I always take out 10% of the pond water every week. There you go. Mr. Bifter Brown. Yep. You do. I mean, a good filter change and a good clean. You can't fault it, mate, doing that, to be fair. As long as you maintain that, pretty much keep your pond stable unless you go silly with feeding. Like,
yeah.
Someone did this, yeah. Someone blocked me in chat. I didn't do anything to be blocked, apparently. Jim Fix, it says. I hate it when it does that. Gary Webb will probably know exactly what I mean. You click on the comment and it takes a massive, great big jump and it flicks up your screen, and then you got to scroll down for hundreds to find it again.
Yeah.
Me and the wife clean the filters 3 times a week, even though we've been feeding once a day. We've just like to keep on top of them.
Yeah.
The thing to remember, mate, is over clean and you get rid of your good bacteria too. So I'm not saying you are over cleaning, but just make sure that you're not getting rid of the good stuff by doing too often a clean with too much chlorine going back in. Like Lily of the Valley. Now that must be a reference to poisonous plants. Yeah. When we were talking about lilies earlier. NT Labs with garlic, aqua sauce with garlic. Guessing that's what
food you've been giving them. Yeah.
What do you think of that, Carol? Is it good, better than what it was, or early days yet? Do you not really know yet? Dave Hodgson says, sure you will end up with no water in the pond, Charlie. That can't be good for you.
Mr. Hodgson.
Every week.
Dave is a YouTuber, I believe.
Yes.
And I think he does model trains as well. If I'm right, because I watch his videos. Very interesting. Beautiful pond as well. Beautiful garden.
I've somebody different then. Nice. That's a channel and I hang about. Has been abducted again. Where was we? There we go. Oh, there it is. There's back.
Yeah.
Noting I have been using a fan speed controller on my Spitter Oasis, is that right? Spitter Oasis 3,500, and the mid-level filter Oasis 40,500. Both seem okay and working. Returned home today to find no water via the mid-level. Ooh, I'm guessing filter overflow or leak or burst or something like that. I'm doing roughly a 30% water change every week. So you do the 30% water change over the week and do 10% each time, and yeah. Edinburgh's Koi Pond. Steve says, twig the knob as the one does, started working again. So had you knocked it down too far, gone too much with it? West Brom Koi says JPD mix and recently changed to Sakai Akari multi-season. Now that stuff's expensive, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Apparently, I've got a lot of decent growth on it. But what's it like for waste and such, mate? I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just asking, is it good stuff, good quality, good growth, minimal waste kind of thing as well? Do you feed a 6 mil pellet or a 3 mil pellet or what size kind of thing?
I was feeding a multi-season multi-season food, and I did get quite good growth off on it, but nothing compared to me. I know so many people think, oh, the food what we've been feeding is not that great, but it's worked for us, it's worked for yourself, it's got good growth on
and it's worked for all of us.
Yeah. I'm tempted to try next year to go with the better one, the next one up, and see
the
good that is.
Ultra mix,
yeah. Just maybe just grab a partial. Well, no, just get the big bag again because it works out cheaper in the long run. But then maybe just wean them from that to that one. But I don't think I was surprised how far it's gone, that big bag. You should have gone with bigger bag, mate. You should have definitely gone with bigger.
The big ones are best.
Bordeaux, then God damn, he's gone through that bag quick, really quick.
Oh, no, it's only second bag already. Yeah,
that's what I mean. The first bag he's already done it in, but he has got big fish on it. He's got a fair few big fish. Norfolk, Peterborough, possibly. I mean, that might be an answer to clubs, maybe. Was it Skeg? Norfolk, Peterborough, possibly. I had to have a dangerous Dave in the bowl this evening to see to the knock on it's taken. Turns out Dangerous Dave is Divina has grown 26 cm since April. Wow, Jesus Christ. There you go. You've been feeding Sakai Akari, haven't you? I believe. That's some good growth. Got 26 cm on it. Bloody hell. That's some serious size. JPD is awesome food, says Skegget.
That's some serious.
My Eve 110 UV has been acting up. Had to rewire it. Worked for a few weeks and is dead. Again, best one to replace it. My EV 110 UV. It's 110 watts. That's a big UV. Big pond then, obviously.
Bigger than me.
Well, depends how long you've had it. How long's it lasted? Is it the actual wiring side of things that's not working, or is it just the bulb that keeps blowing, or have you had your quartz sleeve break? You can get replacement parts from it, so don't go for a brand new one if you can get replacement parts for it. Sometimes you just need to strip it down, put new bits in. That's move on. Apparently, that's a perfectly relevant question. Deserved an answer. Skeggy, fortunately, most of my pipe work and valves are ABS, but not all acquired. When I was working in the factory that was closing down, ABS, anti-brake system. David Cook, hello, Jill, love. Carol Lawsett says, he was coming to clean the filters, just hope he gets better and I can still come as I'm away for the... right, so you're away for a longer period, away for the month. I will keep you posted. Always the best thing to do is if you've got some neighbours that you get on really well and they enjoy coming around to have a look at your kite, teach them how to maintain your filter system and bring them a nice little gift back from wherever you've gone. Just an idea. Jill says, hi Dave, Keith and Paula's Pondville. Sorry peeps, need to go. Keith's dad's just called. There's issues with flooding when it rains. Oh crap. Hope everything's good.
Everything's right, mate.
Speak to you soon. Let me know. Dave Cook says, hello Wayside Koi. John mate, I love the 3 degrees and big hair. All right, Dave Cook. Who was asking about koi clubs near Norfolk? Just looked, East Anglia Koi Club. There you go. From Hertz. I don't know who it was, mate. I've forgotten. But there you go. Whoever it was, we're still listening. Fingers crossed they'll get that. If not, they'll catch you on the catch up. Ilsley says you can get small swimming pool heat pumps for about £450 for 3.5 kilowatts. They're sold for ponds too. There you go. But a 3.5 kilowatt inline filter will cost you quite a bit. I would have said. Yeah, a lot. Very expensive to run. Drop me an email, inline heater prices, and I'll work it out. There you go. Skeg it. In fact, whenever we should, where do you think, what do you think, how much is this? We should have just said, Skeg it. Pond Supplies. Give him an email. He'll let you know, mate. Cheers, guys. Just a Kahaku now. It's getting better, but I hope it clears before the cold really sets in. Yeah, that's the worst thing in it, mate. You don't want to fish going into winter. If you can, get it sorted beforehand, mate, hopefully. And then if not, think about bringing it in, mate, and quarantining it until you get it right. That's what I would advise, rather than having it there.
Winter bottom.
With a bit of an ulcer or a sore still. Well, fingers crossed, mate. Hope everything comes good. I've seen these geese flying south for the winter a bit early. I think maybe it's going to be a bad winter.
Yeah, I think it is, mate. I get this feeling.
Temperature and cool down as it has. It would indicate it's certainly going to be a bad one. But yeah, we can handle it, I'm sure. We don't know what winters are, do we, really? Come on, let's face it. 6 inches of snow. But last time, in 2013, we had our roads were like 5 and 6 foot deep. In snow drifts, they were pushing like 8 to 10 foot. I've got photographs of them all. That was a bad winter. And it were roads around my area were closed for about 4.5, 5 weeks until they got a special plough to come in that ploughed through it and fired it into fields left and right of it, just to clear them all through, and smashed up a couple of cars that were buried in a snowdrift. So it's pretty bad around here. They had all footprints on tops of cars where people had been walking over it because nobody knew they were them.
Bloody hell. Hi, Mike.
Mike says,
evening, Mike.
Hi, Mikey. Charlie Mr. Brown. Mike H says, hi, Phil. Mike H says, evening, Charlie. Evening, Charlie. Sorry. Hi, Sharpie. Hi, Dan. 62 in the house. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate that, mate. We've only got 27 thumbs up, 63 people watching. Show some love, guys. Let's see if we can beat last week's target. We went for what we were up to. Was it 50 thumbs up that we got week before last?
Yeah.
And we ended up with 60 odd.
We was at 60. We was at 67 a couple of minutes ago. So.
No, I mean not viewers. I mean the thumbs ups that we got as well.
I think we got 62 last week.
I think we got 62 or 63 thumbs up last week. So it's week in, week out, the channel is slightly growing, and the subscribers are growing. A massive thank you to all the new subscribers, and obviously a welcome back to everybody else that comes back and watches week after week. Sharpish Pondwell says, hi, Dylan John. The Yukon River, there you go, Twisted. You've seen that program too, then, mate. I uploaded a video of the effects of the fan controller on my spitter. With what happened today to the one on my filter, I wouldn't trust them if I were away for any time. Yeah, see, that's the thing, mate. If you're away all day and you come home. But the other thing is, mate, you can fit a pond shut off. Now, if you drop more than 4 to 5 inches in your pond, it cuts the power off to that supplier anyway. So fit yourself a trip off or a trip out system, or floating pond valve. They drop. Once they drop, the power cuts off, and that'll cut power off to both your pump and your splitter, mate. your controller. So well worth having a look at. Any electric motor can be connected to a variable speed controller, whether it be brushless or magnetic driven, like most pumps are in principle. There you go. A brand new car has a top speed of 150 miles per hour, but for how long for a variable pump set at 20,000 litres is just an estimate from the manufacturer. I suppose, yeah. No, because it only reduced the watt intake, and the pumps are only electromagnets, so only reliant on right voltage and watts due to fluctuate regardless if vary or not. There we go. Now, I think I've been saying this wrong. I've been saying Cassia's reef, and I'm sorry, it's Caesia's reef. Is that right? I had Vince saying hello to you on his video. Apologies, I've been saying your name wrong. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Hope you're good.
Hi.
Clinic Pond haven't got room for a lake-like skeggy. We got Hi Cessia, is that right? I hope I'm saying that right now. Koi Water Plants and Rants, evening all. Soz I'm late, just parked up and cooked my tea. Oh, mate. God damn, you've been through it, haven't you? I caught the bit and the chat between you and Vince, mate. I was talking to Jeff, because Jeff does a lot of truck driving, obviously. You know, I don't know if you know him. He's up and down trucking all day long, but God, he was saying that, I hope you don't mind me saying it, but they gassed him in his cab. And then, obviously, he woke up, bit of bad headache, feeling crap, feeling shitty, looking around trying to find his mobile phone to find that he'd been robbed and they'd taken everything out of his cab and stuff and all sorts of stuff off him. I can't believe that kind of crap happens. When you park up in a truck stop waiting to get your head down for night, you don't expect to. But you were saying that as a preventive caution, just to make sure that no happens, you put your strap through your handle on the inside and you have a strap through your handle on the other side and ratchet it up so that if they do get pop the locks, they can't get in, but they've forgotten to put it on, which is what bastards, mate. That's all I do. From a working man, whether you're robbing somebody's van and nicking his tools, you're nicking his life, and that's it is level scum. Delta Coin says, evening Cessia. Hi Cessia, good to see you Sunday from Koi Karma, which is Dave. Hello Wayside Koi John. Do you plant those irises in just stones in the baskets or add soil, Dave?
I would just use stones.
I would just use stones to get everything that I mean, personally, that's what I do. I don't have irises, but all my plants, not one of them is in soil at all. Okay. And they grow like crazy every year.
Yeah, iris are very thirsty, aren't they, as well?
Yeah. Well, Vince has got all his growing in Alpha Grog. I'm sure it is. Vince, tell me if I'm wrong, bud. I'm pretty sure that Vince's are all just growing in Alpha Grog.
Yeah.
And they've grown like
any heavy substrate. Yeah, it's just to weight them down, really, stop them floating away and blowing over. Just to anchor the roots.
I was going to say, if we can get to the bottom of the comments, that we might actually go for the next topic, but we've got a few. Good morning. Phil Walker says, good evening all. Good evening, Phil.
Good evening, Phil.
Telford Koi Pond says, evening, Martin. Koi Water Plants and Rant says, Phil. Telford Koi Pond says, Phil, which means Telford Koi Pond says Phil. That means we've probably got another Telford Koi Pond in then. We've got a possible clone Telford Koi Pond. Evening, Martin. Hi, Dave. Planted in stones. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, smiley face. You too, from Cecia's Reef and Ponds. Carol Lawsett says, early days to comment on the food. Let me know, Carol, though, because I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, evening, people. What's everyone's thoughts on eco pond chips? Now then, I think Phil's used some of that stuff, hasn't he? The eco pond.
He used the Awazi discs.
Yeah, they're like a white disc with a blue ring round them, aren't they? They're supposed to remove ammonia, aren't they? I believe. Yeah. Phil says they're pretty damn good. I've never ever used them. But I did say to you, didn't I, when I was thinking about putting my media in?
Yeah.
So they're like zeolite then? They absorb it?
No. They're actually a filter membrane kind of thing, and they're probably the size of a 50 pence piece. Would you say 10 pence piece, something like that? Otherwise, I think it's surprising.
Do you throw them away afterwards, or
No, you just they actually are your filter.
They go in with your media, just bubble around and float around and do what like media does. It's like a good bacteria.
Phil's the best person to ask. Did
Phil say something about they do something for ammonia as well? Or am I just making that up? Let us know, Phil. Did they do something with ammonia, mate? I can't remember. I'm sure that something like that was on your video. Gary and Kaz from Coy Water Plants and Rants. Dave Cook says, thanks, John. Phil Walker says, good evening, all. Good evening, Phil. Canon lenses and cameras. Yo, guys. So Peter is a loss. What's going on with his pond? He's thinking of PP in it, or PPE. I don't know, mate. I hadn't spoken to him last weekend. The last time I spoke with him, I think it was last weekend, he had another goldfish, or one that he was expecting to. But he had a lot of them that had damaged gills. And a lot of them that did have, what did I say it was? White spot, yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But as we've said, Paul, to Peter, we've got him covered. Whatever he loses, whatever has gone, we've got some fish for him, and we've also got some fish for him. Daz offered for me to pick some up for him last week because I hadn't heard no from him. I didn't want to pick him up, bring him here, and then run the risk of I'm having to go in my pond and then take him to his. So what we are going to do is see if we can arrange a visit where Pete comes down with us. I might swing around, pick him up, bring him down. We go around, go Daz's, get him some fish, and we'll bring him home and drop him off and let his, top him back up. But he wants to be sure that ponds, everything's right and he's not losing any more before he does anything. All his tests are coming back clear and good. Evening, Mr. Williams. Can't comment on Eco Pond chips, but I've been using Oasis pond pads.
That's them. Yeah.
Right. They're not the exact same thing then. Damn it. Which I believe are virtually identical. I think they are brilliant. I've just put in another 10 litres. There we go.
Oh, sweet. do they biodegrade, Phil, over time? Like, do they disintegrate over a period of time? Because it's like a material, isn't it?
It certainly looks like it. It don't look like plastic, does it? It looks like it's a plastic outer and a fabric or material.
Material.
Yeah. I did see a bag of them somewhere. Didn't we see them? Did we see some at the Newark show? Bag of them there.
Yes,
that's how they're quite expensive, aren't they? They're not cheap, but I mean most media's not. Koi Karma says now 68 watching. It did touch up to 71 just a minute ago. Only 36 thumbs up. Come on, guys, share that love. Hello, Phil. Hope you are well. Some goes to you, Skegget. Same goes to you, Skegget. Mr. Williams, I'm using the Oasis chips. I'm sure they state 10th is equivalent to 50 litres K media, so 14 litres 200 could be overrated, but time will tell. There we go. Sweet.
Keep us, let us know, Simon.
Let us know how they go. Noticeable improvements on my ammonia and nitrates less than 4 weeks after. I knew he'd mentioned something about ammonia. Yeah. So they do seem to make a good difference on that. I knew there was some mention of it. Click the like on the stream, guys. From Jeff is in the house. Jeff, please. Is in the house. Mike KH says, evening, Jeff. Carol Lawsett says, they're all too old around here where I live. That's a shame.
Where does Carol live? Do you know? Because she come to the Newark show. So is she local?
I don't know. Don't share your address or just area, Carol. But she must be quite close to Daz though, because
that's what I'm saying.
Not too far away. Mike with a thumbs up from Jeff, please. ABS valves are. Oh, here we go. I'll move on from that one. Cheers, Delford Simon. I have limited space for biofilter and currently have 60 litres of K1, so it just seemed perfect for me to switch, but couldn't find anyone using them. Well, from what I'd seen on Phil's, the effects I had on his, from what he said on that video, was rapid, quite quick, and did reduce and did get his water quality. It was pretty good, pretty quick, should I say. Also stronger and harder because of the particular brand of ABS. You've been on Google, Gary. You've been on Google, Gary. Yeah, copy and paste. There we got the eyes. Guilty John, LOL. Hates Coy. Thanks, mate, about the information on the club.
That's it. My Coy journey. That's
journey.
One wanted to know it. Norfolk.
Guilty John. Rumble, Gary. My Coy journey, no worries. I have a gadget that will turn off everything where there is a large water loss. Yeah, that's it. Me too. Right. That makes it easier. Go on then. How do you pronounce that, Baz?
Seska.
Seska. Right. Yeah. So Seska.
Seska.
Is that right? Said Seska.
No, Seskia. Seskia.
No, Seska. There's no I in it. It's Seska.
Seska. Is that right? Seska.
Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up like that. It is. Seska. God damn. I have to make sure I keep getting these names right. I don't like saying the wrong thing. Said Seska. There you go. I have a non-retain flapper valve, so no water, no water loss, just the concerns of why it suddenly stopped and the effects of it decided to do this when on holiday. Yeah,
it's always the way.
If I go, that's the beauty about having teenage kids, because when you go on holiday now, they're not coming with us, because going on holiday with your mum and dad's crap. But you can always make sure your kids can keep their eye on your pond.
Yeah, assuming they look out the window at some point during the week.
The biggest thing is massive well done to our Lewis for passing his test.
Yeah,
it was Wednesday last week, Thursday last week, passed his test and also got himself on an electrical engineer's apprenticeship the same day. Well proud of your son.
Yep.
Good on you, man.
Good on, mate.
It's a little float switch, Carol. One of those fantastic lifesaver, to say the least, 100%. It's the last bit of Francesca.
Yeah, so it's Seska.
Seska. Yes, AlphaGo Gaz thought it was Vince. My irises and lilies growing clay beads. Yep, that's like the
light tag. Yeah.
Ceramic, yeah.
That's like the ceramic beads like you use for aquaponics. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I have a float switch and also wired to another gadget that will cut out both my pond pumps, UV, etc. Yeah. Yes, fun. We've touched on that before, haven't we? When you're worried about when your pond gets switched off and you've not got no flow going through you. I don't think that's right, mate. I'm not saying it is, but I don't think it's right, because you don't want your ultraviolet running dry, but it's running dry inside a glass tube that don't get touched by water, so it runs dry constantly. I don't see as it makes an ounce of difference whether or not they run dry or not, but I might be wrong.
No, what it does.
I forgot to switch mine off last winter, and it ran dry for 4.5 months. So
I think it eats the quartz sleeve up, don't it? In some cases, it can crack it.
It could do, mate. That's what I mean. I know mine didn't in 4.5 months. No.
Yeah.
I didn't turn mine back on last year until late, and then I did because then I realised, well, actually, no, it wasn't 4.5 months. It was probably about 3 months, because then that little mouse tube through it, didn't it? You remember?
Yeah.
So a mouse tube through my cable. That was a pain in the ass having to sort that out. So where did we get to there? My pond plant's growing gravel. Yeah, I think most people do, don't they? I mean, you can use aqua soil, because they're like a ball beads as well, kind of thing. You use them in a tropical fish tank.
If there's anything organic, the coil, grub it out and just
and you have to. The thing is, you have to put stones on top of it,
don't they? I mean, it pisses us off, but they're enjoying it. I mean, look at Vince's. They grubbed through his plants that much this week that they actually pulled screws and snapped fixings off, and it dropped at the bottom of the pond. And they destroyed all his plants and leaves and bits everywhere, he said. Mine are in soil have gone mad up in the veg filter. There you go. So people are doing different things, aren't
they? Yeah.
What's it called? You know when you first go and buy a lily from a garden centre and all that, and you just put it in a basket, thinking, oh, that looks nice, then put a few stones on, wash it first because of that bloody clay. I think one.
Yeah. Well, lilies, when you get new lilies, they come with clay and you drop it in your pond and you end up with a big cloudy pond for 3 days till you clear it all out.
Yeah.
You know my mini pond?
Yeah.
All those mini ponds, those pots that come, they're like a little plastic tub that your plant comes in. And then it has like little hang-on pockets.
Yeah.
All mine, I've got the tubs side by side, 2 in each one, side by side with the soil and everything, straight from as they are, bang, straight in. They're all in soil in mini ponds.
Yeah.
Fish can't get to them because they're in a plastic holding bag, which has small little holes underneath. So the roots, have all grown through, and then I'm never getting that one out of that. The left-hand side one, that grass, the roots have actually grown through the small holes in the bags. And that's what the fish were trying to spawn on this year. But yeah, they're not going to do it anymore because unfortunately I lost my 2 fancy goldfish. I have my 1 black moor and I lost the 2. What were the costas then? Mick, what were they? Them the red and
weren't they?
Bobbly heads.
There'll be around cross.
Yeah, so I lost them. I had one that were laid on its side constantly. She'd had swim bladder for about 11, 12 months. And she had a massive, great big ulcer in her side. And I lost that one. And then the other one, at the beginning of the season, it looked like it was starting with dropsy. And I was saying to Mick, do you think this might be dropsy? And we were kind of quite sure it was. I give it a little bit of treatment, put some treatment in water, and everything seemed to come good. But the drops come back with a vengeance last 2 weeks ago, was it, Mick, when I lost that one?
Yeah, it come back because, like I say, it dropped off. It come back as soon as the water
stepped. It didn't go perfectly though, did it? Because round the back end, it still seemed like it was quite swollen up, and then come back with a vengeance.
It did. Like I say, the heat did help it a lot.
Yeah, the summer months
started coming down.
The temps started coming down again. It just went straight back, and unfortunately gone. My pond plants are doing great in the water tub since I removed them from the pond. Says Life Around the Koi Pond. Can the eco pond chips be used in an easy pod? Now then, I think Mike were talking about that, wasn't it? I don't know. Would it stack up like flat then, and would you end up with 10 tons of it? I don't know, Carol. Skeggy says no. Good evening, guys, from Koi Ponics. Good evening. From Pond and Garden. Back again for a bit, says Keith. I hope everything's all right. Hi, Pond and Garden from Koi Ponics. Until the in-laws shouted at me, LOL. Evening, Scott from Skeggy. Hey, Skeg. Charlie Bifty Brown, who is going to the Birmingham show this weekend? There is a possibility that I might go on the Sunday, but I definitely won't be going on the Saturday. There is a possibility. We might have a chat with us lot between us, and we might very well go down if any of you guys are interested. But I definitely can't do Saturday. The reason why I can't do Saturday, it is the baby reveal. My daughter is expecting a grandchild, so there is a big boy or girl baby reveal for my beautiful daughter who is sat in there, who is at the moment baking at Gas Mart 6, grandchild number 2. Tony Barker says me. Skeggy says I'm going. What day are you going, Skeg? Sunday, Skeg. Phil Walker says, good evening, Phil. We are not doing any shows this year, but we would love to meet you all at some point. Well, we can get some. We're not far from Paula. I don't think we should turn around and say a pond visit, Paula. Let's do a pool visit, because that damn thing you've made is massive. It's like a bloody swimming pool in back garden. I suppose if you ever get fed up of koi, you can definitely turn it into a swimming pool. So it's definitely going to be big enough to swim around in. It's massive, isn't it? Absolutely huge. And the fiberglass work, that GPR lining service, watched your video. You did a cracking job. Looked smart. Well, it looked smart up to the point where you stopped as a cliffhanger. God damn it. I'm going on Sunday. It says West Brom Coy. Sweet. There we go. If we do go, guys, if you're interested in going, as in Mick, Daz, and the rest of the lads, if we do go, I can do Sunday if I'm allowed. Hopefully she won't hear me, but she'll probably say this anyway. Bethan's watching in there. If you do go, I can do Sunday. See if we can all get permission to play out. Somebody's got a nice new car that can take us.
Yeah. I was about to say, if Skeggy wants to make his way, if he can, come over to Nottingham, because he's got to come that way, Anta. Anyway, leave his car here or at Daz's, and we can all come in my car to save him petrol and fuel, kind of thing.
There we go. Carol, she's a Yorkshire lass. She lives in Barnsley, just over hill from me. Carol, I'll have to come over and we'll have to do a pond visit then. That sounds like a good idea. All good. Cheers, guys. As I said, I was more angry at myself because I knew better, and the area of France is rife for lorry drivers being done over. Shit, mate. That's but you should still be comfortable. I mean, that's Monday to Friday. I don't know if you work weekends, mate, but I'm guessing Monday to Friday. That's your home, isn't it? That's your place of work as well as your home. You're stopping there, you're sleeping there. You should be able to feel safe within your own home without having to strap it up and wire it to the mains to make sure that you are. Skeggy says, snap West Brom. All my plants grow in filter boxes lined with a liner and various sizes of stone and lava rock, topped off with pea gravel. This is known as a wetland filter, ideal for bacteria to live on. There we go. Pond pads don't deteriorate. They're effectively flat plastic honeycomb discs that have a massive surface area. Just another option to replace LX 13, K1, K1 Plus, etc., but mature much quicker. There you go. And that's coming from somebody that's you've been using them for about a good 8 months, if not more, haven't you, Phil? I would have thought we'd be pretty close to that. Goldfish for you. Hi, peeps. How are we all doing? Very well, thank you very much. You're good as well. Hope to see you there then, Daz. I'll buy us all a brew and a promise not to slurp it. I think we should all slurp us brews if we get there now, just in case. Just grind his gears. Hi, Gary. Also use chillers and coolers, plants. Was lucky to win loads of pipe and about 20 valves, all various sides. Yippee. West Brom Coy. I'm making a brew right now. I will give it a big slap for Skeggy. Seska was an evil woman in a Star Trek Voyager TV series.
Oh, Cardassian. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
That's a true Trekkie fan. Aha, good man.
Yeah.
Trust a trickle to kill the chat. A Trekkie to kill the chat.
Hey,
I don't mind the new one. The old one's shy when they used to do
Oh, crap. No, it was all good.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Even Mr. Walker, I hope you're looking after my big Sankey for me. Well, I can dream. Laughing, smiling face. The trick is to using soil is to wash it first. Yeah, wash all that mud off the mud.
Yeah, so you're left with nothing.
Yeah, disappeared. The floaters, use some soil with the lilies, but yeah, you don't need to do, mate. Lilies don't need to grow in soil.
You could put a lily in the plant without anything on it.
Naz has got about 500 in his garden, just in buckets of water, and they're still even flowering.
Yes.
Oh, I missed one. I have to leave now. Hope to catch you tomorrow. Stay safe and well. Take it easy, Carol. Hope you get out with the with the, what is it, the pond filter cleaning system or member of staff, wherever you need. Hope you get sorted. Pond and Garden says, night, Carol. Now then. Is this the real one? Evening, everyone. Just in a coffee break over at the farm. Bringing in the silage, working late tonight, but the rain is due, so we've got to get it finished.
Yeah, that's definitely James.
That sounds like the real one to me.
Yeah, that's
Good evening, James. Hope you're good, mate.
Evening, James.
Skeggy says, "See you, Carol."
Being a farmer.
Yeah, you gotta get it done when you gotta get it done, haven't you?
Yeah.
See you, Carol from Skeggy. Night, Carol from Keith and Paula. Keep safe. Life Around says, TTFN, Carol. Hey, Mr. James. Evening, James. Hey up, James. Always hose down any plants before adding them to the pond and leaving a bucket before adding.
Yeah.
I've seen no deterioration with the Oasis pond pads.
Speaking of pond pads a minute, I did a pond tidy up for a customer, and he asked me to look after his goldfish, and I took a lot of the plants out of the pond because it was really overgrown, and there were some really nice plants that I wanted to split up and use for myself. But when I looked at his goldfish, I says I'd give them a scrape and found they were covered in costia. Now, I'm assuming the plants have got costia in with them as well. So I put them all in individual buckets and treated them all with Alparex. It's not a bad idea to any new pond plants you get to give them a dip of something first, just in case, because you never know where they've come from. They're garden centres and such. That, I mean, they're not going to worry what's in the water. They just want to sell them. Yeah. So
did you find any Did you find any parasites on the plants?
No, but I didn't think to. I mean,
you want to chance it a risk? Water that might have been, well.
Yeah.
So rather than risking it, you treated them regardless.
I just blanket treated them all, regardless. But it's worth bearing in mind. Sorry.
Did them absolutely no harm at all because they all flowered afterwards. So
yeah, it didn't hurt the plants. But it's worth bearing in mind that it's an easy way to introduce parasites without even realising.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely worth a check. What was I saying? One of the larger media, so it doesn't affect the return like the smaller media types. I'm using 20 litres in a 250 litre bay. That's right. Might have to have a look in. Hey James, how's the new koi from Keith and Paula? The chips will block up in a PKD. Yeah, I thought they might, but you named it, yeah. Champers, LOL. Yeah, it's called Sparkles. Laughing faces. Must away cider calling. Take it easy, mate. See you soon. Thanks for joining us. Yes. The term Gary is a swim pond.
Oh, swim pond, yeah.
Yeah. What about Keith and Paula's?
Yeah. Now that would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
you learn how to scuba dive in that bloody thing.
You could, man. It's over 6 foot deep, isn't it?
Oh no, it's about 6.5, 7 foot deep.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Birmingham show both days, so please come and say hello if you see me. Will do, mate.
Will do, mate.
See you, Steve from Skeggy. Haha. Timber no grass filming Phil. Remember? God damn it, Skeggy. I found out dead roots is a pain when it comes to plants in the ponds. Never again. Gaz, LOL, cliffhanger to keep people interested. But you all welcome round here anytime. Thank you very much. We'll get something sorted out. It's going to be definitely worth a visit on that when you get it all up and running.
Well, like I said, it's not far at all from us.
No, somebody kick him Kick him. You're not a Star Wars fan, are you? I'll give you a ban at this room, mate.
Yeah.
I've been given permission to move the Sankey out of the main pond. Oh no! You're getting rid, Vince. Oh, well, technically, dibs. That's how it goes. That's how it works. If you want first refusal, you have to dibs it, Gary. Sorry, you said twisted koi. Mine, £20. The word is dibs. Unlucky son. Yes, but it was here before her, and I'm only a little evil. Yeah. Yes, I was here before her, and I'm a little evil. Absolutely, Paul. Pond and garden, £40. He got the bids on the fish. I might have it, Vince. LOL, depending on the poundage.
You got to put a bid on it. Yeah.
Here we go. At Simon, 50 quid.
Come on then, people, get your bids in.
Skeggy says dip plants in PP. Twisted, do bidding, or are you looking for specific? There we go. Bidding's already begun. We're up to 50
versus
Simon Shears says at 100.
Oh,
but say 100 what? Don't say pounds, dollars, whatever it could be. You never know. Could be 100 rupees, which would be next to nothing. Vince already knows I've got first refusal on the Sankey. Vader every day. Have you got any butterfly koi? Keith wants a nice shiny one. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Vince having butterfly koi in his pond. Parasites can become dormant within plants. Charlie Bifter Brown says.
Yeah.
P&G calling that one LOL. Paulie, your tongue should fester.
Tongue walk faster.
No, it definitely says fester.
It's fester.
It should say faster.
Oh.
And it should be, your tongue should be faster. Your tongue should be, actually, technically, Vince, it should be, your finger should be faster because it's typed. And Gary Webb says, dibs the Sankey. I already got it in.
Too late.
Mine, too late. I get first refusal, Vince. That's the rules. You know how it plays. We've said it many a time, especially if it's on this show. It's got to be a dibs. LOL. I've not Vince say nothing. Third. Goddamn. Pound notes. That's the pound note, I do believe. 100 food pellets. What's the Sankey going for? A mug? Went for 40. Yeah, true. So the fish has definitely got to go for more than that. What did it measure in at? Was it 54 cm today? I've seen it on your video. You measure up. Was it 54, the Sankey? It's a good size Sankey. I have a 50 odd, I'm sure it was. And a Werther's original to tip it off. You've used that somewhere else before, Skeggy, and a Werther's original with your £99.99 and one Werther's original, I think your bid was.
Yeah.
Tongue should be faster for mentioning the butterfly. Right. Oh, damn it. I was just going to say we finally got down to the last comment. And a great mug it is at Twisted Koi.
Yep.
Gets us for the first time this evening to the end of the comments. That took some doing. And Jim, I can fix it, is proper keen, sat there, no camera, no showing the face for all this time. Sorry, dude. You show your face, I'll bring you in. Don't show your face. You stay where you are. Treasure it at Hertz's Koi. When I'm having some Daz Koi Farm merch, when am I having some Daz's Koi Farm merch? Yeah, Daz. When are you going to do some Daz's Koi Farm?
It's funny. I was talking to the wife last week about it, saying that I ought to get something sorted. So, yes, I will look into it. I'll get something sorted.
There we go. I can set you up with somewhere if you want to where to get him from.
Got to think of a logo first.
Rare as rocking horse shit. Bring him on, Gaz. Have a laugh with him. Oh yeah, it'd be a real laugh if it was some lady sat there with her danglers out, wouldn't it? It'd be great, it'd be hilarious. Absolutely. Would be in stitches. Who knows? That camera turns on and it could be anybody. So not until I can see you. That's something you can do in your life, Gaz. I can fix it. Gaz says he'll have you on his show tomorrow if you want to join him on Gaz. He'll bring you on. He'll have a good laugh with you. Werther's original wins any bid. So, wow, Werther's originals are disgusting. What's those ones that you like, Mick? The minty ones, but
humbugs.
Oh, the Murray mints.
Murray mints. Now a Murray mint, I'd go with. Vista Prince.
Expensive, bit expensive.
Vista Prince good if you pick them up on one of the deals. Then you can get some reasonably priced cups from them, but they don't do much more. Pens and all that kind of stuff. Flyers and shit, but they don't do jumpers, t-shirts, and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe they do they? I could be wrong. Just to say, if I suddenly went stark raving mad, how much would you say George and Mildred would be if you had to sell them? About 50 quid.
Yeah.
And the reason being, mate, is the big fish, no disrespect, of a lower grade. Not going to say they're low grade, or a lower grade. That way would be the best way of putting it. And most people don't want big, massive fish. And I think
it's 60,
70 cm out of them at least, surely to God. They've got to be 70 cm. I would have thought.
I'd say 50 and 60 cm, I'd say.
People think that if it's a big fish, it's going to be worth a lot of money. No.
No,
they tend to be.
They're hard to move.
I mean, look at Monster. Look how big she was. She's massive.
Yeah.
She was worth nothing.
Yeah. A lot of people think they're expensive.
It's a lot to me, mate.
I mean, a lot of big fish are expensive, but they tend to be one hell of a lot. You know, come with a Japanese bloodline and have quality written all over them. And that's not me being disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, mate. Charlie Bifton Brown says, I'm still waiting for a GKP sweater, an ABD suit with shoes.
ABD, what's that stand for?
I don't know.
Well, ask him.
What's the ABD?
He wants one of them. He wants one of your jumpers.
He wants one of these. Well, I'll tell you what, next time you're on with us, mate, we'll design it. You let me know what colour you want. We'll do all the all right. And sorry, mate. It's not me. You typed it wrong. And shoes. As in, do you mean the sliders? The GKP sliders that we're looking at? Somebody else wants some of them to go with matching t-shirt, hat and shorts.
Yeah.
Get your underwear as well. My God. That odd. Didn't see that's odd. Didn't see Davy's comment.
No.
It was Davy, wasn't it? That'd be another. Did that?
You want to check that out, Skeggs? Find out if it is.
Rare's rocking horse shit there. Black Country Coy bloke, Davy. Rare rocking horse shit. Probably not Davy, actually, because he didn't put in our binya beforehand. So probably another one. Do us a favour, somebody check that that channel there. One of the admin, if you could do me a scroll back up and check Black Country Coy bloke, see if he's got any content on. If not,
kick him into touch.
David Coy says, yeah, Vista do it all, apparently. More to the point, next spring, has Daz thought about doing a drone show?
Yeah, I did get your message about that. I completely forgot. Thanks,
Mark. For club members or something like that? I
actually said, didn't I, that we spoke about this, didn't we? About doing a drone show. We were taking Mick about doing. Jeff said we should do squash tomato.
Yeah,
I think they grew pretty good though, don't they? So
yeah, Akabeko, that's what they are. But we call them squash tomatoes.
That sounds much better than your technical term, Akabeko. What was the other one? The
squash banana.
Squash banana. But what was that when we looked it up too? Can you remember that one?
Is it some kind of kind Kajaku cross?
Yeah.
Was it, or was it the key
Yeah, Kikajaku, because it's metallic and it's not
they were
yellow.
metallic, yeah.
So it's like an hybrid.
To narrow that down a bit, yes, we have, and he has. Well, same week. I'm sorry, Daz. I always speak like it's
plural. Us.
Well, we are a group.
But I know it's probably one of the breeds or one of the spawns that you want to do with something different next year and see how they go. If you can get a good spawn, then go and show something from them. We could do it. Yeah. We could link it with the East Midlands Club group and GKP's Grown Show.
Yes.
And do the whole group.
Yeah.
All good with David.
Sweet. I wonder if it just didn't come up when I clicked it. Did I just read it out? Apologies if I just read it out and didn't bring it up. I might have just hovered over it and read it out. But yes, Mike. Rumour has it there's a twisted mug in the Tower of London Treasures. I was just looking then to see if I'd actually got one, see if somebody had nicked mine. But I do still have one on my tank there at the side of me. Yes, Vista do it all, says Davy Coy. Do they? I didn't know they did. Do they do t-shirts, jumpers, sweatshirts, sliders, socks, shorts, underwear, hip flasks, boards, knives? That place where we're getting my stuff from do absolutely tons of stuff. But yeah. Oh, fake. Yeah, there is, Simon. Mike KH says, Daz, the logo can be a trifle.
Yes. Koi in a bowl of trifle.
Koi in a bowl of trifle, or koi in a bowl of trifle. There you go. I sent a mug to Koi through Vistaprint, including postage. It worked out about 10 quid. You can get a coffee cup sent to yourself from Vista for about £3.50, and you can post it to him for about £3.50. You just saved yourself a few quid. Mike, if that happens, we are getting that whale, LOL. Mike KH, LOL, from Charlie Victor. Rare as hen's teeth. I bought my big one for 60 quid last year. Your big one what?
Yeah, big koi.
Yeah, see, like I said, they're not really all that expensive.
Like I say, bigger the older koi, less of quality, of good quality. Like I say, they're to a penny, aren't they? Big koi nowadays.
And the twisted koi mug more valuable than the crown jewels. LOL. Sweater and suit. Yeah, that all right. Is that a shell suit, Daz? It's Charlie Bifton Brown that wants a suit. Or are you wanting like jogger bottoms to go with a hoodie top type thing suit, or do you want an actual full on 3-piece suit with
you? Want some mankini? So
mankini. Yeah, I'm sure Gaz has a twisted koi mug. I of course definitely do. Sorry, there we go. Twisted koi. Catch you on the next one. Should have a cupcake on it somewhere around here, though, I reckon, Vince. Should be a cupcake. Yeah. You can have that one on me. I have a few. Cups. Could do with a few more. And I could do with probably sending out a few more.
Here's another one for you, Vince. Does my cupcake look big in this?
He wants a proper. Does my cupcake look big in this? Colin actually wants a proper full-on 3-piece suit. Right, let's see what we can do. It's Davey. It is Davey. Vistaprint mugs are currently £8.49 each. Wow, god damn, man, they've gone up. I had a discount code and all for 40% off of cups, mugs, pens, and something or other. I've still got it. I might get myself some more ordered. I don't have any mugs. I feel unloved. LOL. You ready?
I've got one.
Well, smallest violin for you there. I haven't officially got one of them anymore. I've given them all away. Bloody hell, I paid about £4 for my mugs. Hope it's me. Hope it's you. I hope it's you too, mate. Sorry, we've normally you come in and say I've been here. Did I miss that one? If I did, I'm sorry, mate. Apologies. I've been here. I've been good. How about you? I wouldn't sell them for the world. To me, they are family, and I haven't gone mad yet. Good.
Yeah, George and Mildred.
It's all about.
George and Mildred belong in your pond anyway, mate. They don't belong in anybody else's pond.
Yeah. A fish of that size. If a fish gets to that size, me personally, I think if you've managed to get a fish to that size and you've kept it for all them years, that deserves to stay with you forever.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah. London Garden says, I've got an account with Vistaprint. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Crown Jewels is priceless, but do belong to the people. Or do they? Do they? Yeah. That's yeah, we'll not go down that one. Gaz, makes no difference if you have Vista mug sent to you or the person it's going, the price is still the same with the postage. Oh, well. As soon as they get I've a 60cm, they get cheaper because the transport of the pond size. Yeah. About time I got a twisted mug, seen as Twisted Bifter has one of mine. Laughing faces, Mick. T-set studio, £4 a mug. There you go, mate. Where I get mine site. Key rings are the way to go. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Very nice key rings. Thank you for that.
I put my hand to mine because I get my grandson earlier on, so I don't know where the hell it's gone. Could be in the living room somewhere. He saw it, spotted it. I went, oh, fish. So I'm having a mess around with it for a bit. How you bring at Black Country Koi Block? Davey Koi, we need a GKB handbag, don't we, guys? Get stuff.
Yeah.
I want one, but the rest of us are shit.
Yeah, we do.
No,
nice looking man bag.
That's from Tracy. From the
There's one thing that should never be in any man's hand is a bag.
A man bag.
There's no such thing as a man bag. It's still a bag.
No, a man bag.
Sam is a pound hurts on Black Country. Mick Defo would like one, Mike.
Yeah, I would.
That's the one called. Crown Jewels, if anybody didn't know, Mike has, or Mick has a thing for collecting handbags with his wife. That's his excuse. I think he collects them himself. Crown Jewels are mainly privately owned. Watched the documentary on them the other day, mainly bought by Queen Mary. Well, we watched something, didn't we, over there about something about Crown Jewels?
The
gifted from India, and they were set into the crown, and they were never paid.
Yes, they was never the Imperial Crown, and some of the other crowns. They are owned by the state. Majority of it's all the crown jewels are owned by the state, apart from the Queen's private collection, because they said that on a documentary we watched the other night, when the Queen had passed, and it stated that her private jewellery will be passed down to in a family, but the crown jewels will always stay part of the state. If you know what I mean.
Where were we on that? Comments. Speaking of mugs, I remember this as well. Speaking of mugs, I'm still waiting for my GKP mug. You was going to send me. I'm just worried you'll crack it with an hammer or golf with it, or
yeah.
Like you said. And that was then. This is now. And I get them in. I will have to get some. I need to order some more. So if anybody's doing cup swaps, and I've got one, I have got my. Hang about. Hey, fat. I've got me. But that's changed now, isn't it? That's not the right one anymore because you've changed it. Pond Garden. It's not just a koi thing. And then.
Is that Estelle?
This chat won't be watching, but I'll give him a shout out anyway, regardless. Seaver's Pond. Seaver's Pond. Stay safe. Keep kite. We've got Pond Life as well. There one, which is a funky one. We've got the Balding Reefers. And Passionate About Koi.
That's cool.
Nobody else is going to get one of them. Passionate About Koi. But try find them. See if you can get them to send you a cup. I bet I'm the only one that's got one of them. Nobody else will get one. A special koi. A special mug. In fact, I've got two of these. Two ones in the kitchen. A special mug, which is.
But you haven't got one of these.
GK, touching you dead. Because Teddy loves these.
Yeah.
And this was these were those joke cups from Mike KH. And then I've got this other one. And we're going to do it. We might as well do them all. We have the ANC Koi Cup.
Oh, what a shame.
I should probably be. But yeah, I will get one sorted out to you guys. But you might have to send me a new one of yours. And did Vince change? Vince, did you change yours, or is that the new one? Skeggy, I ain't got one of your cups. Pop, I ain't got one of your cups.
Here you go. We're not far.
Was at Single Derbyshire.
Swaddling coat, yeah.
That's not far.
Swaddling
Not far
coat.
at all.
Right.
Only
Derbyshire.
20 minutes.
Next stop up the A50 for us, yeah.
Yeah.
Man bags are excellent when travelling. You're going down in those.
Go on, Skag.
Yeah, don't go down that route.
What the hell?
The word man and bag should never be together. No.
I just said to Kaz there should never be a bag in a man's hand. So let me go. And she slapped me.
Yeah.
Must go see you next week. It's been another fantastic stream, guys. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And I haven't got a life around the koi pond mug either. So here we go. KP, I'm not far from
no.
It's
only Chesterfield, I think.
And I ain't got an up north koi pond. This could cost me a goddamn fortune if I've got to send all these. Alabama Brown, I ain't got one of your cups either. That is why India want the blue gem back, because of the Queen's crown after all this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the old one. Unlucky son. Maybe you might have to send a new one. You mean drop it, washing up? I've been looking into my family tree, and I'm distantly related to the late Queen, apparently. The late Queen's in your tree. That's Keith is in Greece. Simon says, laughing face. LOL. Yes. Simon says. Well, no, Simon Shears says. Simon says, tap your head and rub your belly at the same time. LOL, Paula. Not your Keith. Skeggy's not. He's snoring on the sofa. Does Keith Flip go away? Yeah, Keith Flip with an F. Keith with an F. You can tell she works in a school, can't you? I'm just looking into finding a place to order some. Vista Print, or what was the other one? T-shirt Studio, both doing, mate. I will add you to the list. I will add you to the list of mine too, Gareth, for a new one. LOL Skegs. I'm waiting to earn some money to waste on more. There you go. We're not far from Swad either.
Yeah.
Up north. Welcome here anytime, mate. There you go. Oh, Daz, look at you doing it again.
Is that a bird's egg custard?
Yeah.
Well, I could tell by the crust.
Size.
Yeah.
Does
Oh. Come on, mate, what you got?
yogurt coated flat
Raise
jack
your neck,
with
push
jam through the middle.
Yeah, well done. I'm going to buy you order again.
Come on, mate, go big or go home.
Okay.
I got it for my dinner. I didn't eat it. But if you'd like to have some, or you, in fact, there you go, dearest wife, beloved, take my bun and run. God damn it. Right. Up north, guy, you're welcome here anytime, mate. Right. One of the other topics that we was, what time are we on? One of the topics that we were going to talk about this evening was.
There you go. Go big. Oh.
We've all got the nibbles this evening, haven't we?
No, I'm not having it.
I'm feeling adequate now.
We was going to talk about toxic plants in your gardens, guys. And we were going to share a screen with you to show you some of the toxic plants that are in your garden. And some of you are going to be proper surprised at one or two of them. Let's there we go. Let's bring that up. Share the second screen.
Oh, Haribo.
I raise you a bag of Haribos.
I raise you a stormtrooper's tin full of Haribos.
Damn it! I fold.
Right, so there we go, guys. We have this list here. And this is a list of plants to look out for, toxic plants to your fish. Hopefully you can quite clearly see that. But we were looking through this. Now, holly, for example, is a quite common plant in a lot of people's gardens. That actual plant is toxic.
Yeah.
With the berries. The horse chestnut is toxic with the nuts and the twigs. Jasmine, the berries. Juniper, all
Jasmine,
parts.
remember the Deadly Nightshade family, I think.
Yeah. Larkspur, all parts. Lily of the Valley, all parts.
That's deadly, Larkspur.
But one that really did surprise us, and I will go through them all, but one that really did surprise us, look at that one there. Hopefully you can see that. It says red maple.
It's a rhubarb.
A lot of people have a red maple tree
Next to the pond.
right next to the pond. Now, the toxic part to a red maple, to your koi, are the leaves. So, worth bearing in mind, guys, if your leaves are dropping into your pond, that you vac them up and get them out as quick as you can, because if they're ingested, they are poisonous. We've got a couple of more comments come back in again. Anyway, let's go back to what we were talking. Angel's trumpet. I don't know.
Datura.
Yeah, Angel's trumpet. All the parts of Angel's trumpet are poisonous.
Well,
Azalea, all parts. Black walnut, all parts. Bleeding heart, the leaves and the roots.
Dicentra, yeah.
Caldium, all parts. Castor beans, seeds and the leaves.
Oh, that's ricinus. That's what they ricin gas from. That is nasty stuff. Yeah.
Coke cherry, stroke cherry, all parts. Climbing nightshade,
Yeah.
all parts. Daphina, the berries. Flowering tobacco. Obviously, I don't think we're going to have any of that over here in the UK, unless that's.
It's a bedding plant. Yeah.
Foxgloves. Is foxgloves the tall one that had the purpley flowers on it with the big
flowers? Yeah.
God damn it! Last year I had one of those literally at the back of my pond.
It's actually heart. It's like a stimulant or whatever, but it stimulates it too much.
Foxglove is all parts are toxic.
Yeah, all parts of it. Yeah, they're poisonous to us, aren't they, foxglove?
Yeah, they are.
We've said the holly, the chestnut, the jacking pulpit, all parts, jasmine, berries, juniper. And a lot of people have junipers climbing over the, rockeries and into the ponds and over top of the pond.
I've got one right near my pond.
At your back garden, yeah. There's a lot of the lily of the valley, mock orange. There's the fruit, monk's hood, all parts. Yeah. This is a funny one. Morning glory, all parts.
Might well have that one, won't
you? Don't have any morning glory for any of your ponds, guys, because it's toxic to your fish. Peonies, all parts.
Yeah.
Pinks, all parts. Ponderosa pine, the sap. Red maple, the leaves. Snapdragon, all parts. Sweet pea and everlasting sweet peas.
That's interesting, that.
Yeah. The seeds and the fruits. Tomatoes, the foliage and the stems.
Again, tomatoes, member of the nightshade family.
Yeah. White snake root, all parts. Wisteria, all parts.
Yeah.
And yew trees, all parts.
Yew is very toxic, yeah.
That's a lot of plants that probably one, if not all of us, have got one of or several of them in his gardens, which is quite surprising when you realise just how much stuff that are in ponds and in your gardens that can end up being toxic to your koi. I mean, if you ever have the odd time where something has died in your pond and you've got no idea what it is, have a look at the plants that might be in and around your garden, because there's a lot more there that can kill your fish than what the vast majority of us would have thought of.
In my brother's next door neighbours to my brother, they used to have this 60, 70 foot eucalyptus tree, and the leaves kept falling into the pond, and that did something to my brother's fish. It didn't kill them, but it made them dopey. Like I say, they didn't do too good with it. Yeah. But now they've got rid of that tree in the garden.
The eucalyptus oil that was in the leaves. I think that has some kind of like.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at comment there. We've just had come up there and said we would be on carrot cake, but someone has eaten them all. That was Jeff. Jeff's favourite cake, carrot cake, and I've seen him going back several times. I bet your coffee jar went down pretty rapid as well. I know he were on tea, wasn't he? But he had several brews as well. Jim, you're still not getting in until you show your face. And nobody can see you because you're in a backstage studio. You just sat there on your own, mate. I guess you really need to look up how StreamYard works. What have we got here? Not far from Swadiva. That's Mike's last one. Canon lens. No diet, mate? Question? No, he's not on a diet. This one is Crisps and Chuck. Sorry, Mike. Charlie Bifter Brown. A good evening. A few trolls that came, said hello, and left. So I think all that is
just polite trolls.
And give thumbs up before you go to bed. We've got a few thumbs up, nowhere near as many as what we had last week, but we have a good 38, 41 watching. Mike, like we said, the carrot cake. Daz, now Haribo's. Yes, another one of Mike's favourites. Cole, give me the spanner. I be having carrot cake, carrot birthday cake. Lovely. I be having. I'm working on doing templates of the artwork to display. Have any recommendations of what they would like to see? I'm finding a load of 2 foot square pieces for a portfolio. So what you want in ideas of what to do, recommendations, what to display? Don't do what everybody else does, mate. Be original. Put something else up. Don't put all the Japanese stuff everywhere because it just looks cheesy and tacky.
It's Paula, that is.
Sorry.
Yeah,
that's why I on Koi Pond, didn't I? My apologies. Even Paula.
Keith's fast asleep.
Yours, well, you've already got some artistic flair, so just go with the flow and go with what you feel. I'm chomping on a multi-bag of mini cheddars right now. Oh, mini cheddars.
Oh, they're nice, yeah.
Well, do you want to have another look at it, Mike? I'll show you, mate. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. Yogurt top. Even my wife's, even bad but with a wife for having that one. Mini cheddar says Twisted Koi. Foxgloves is the same heart medication which I take 3 different heart meds for coronary heart disease. Yeah, foxgloves is used in meds, isn't it, as well?
Yep.
Sorry, guys. YouTube rules. No food on screen. Copyright protection. Mike KH says
Digitalis, that's foxglove.
I agree.
I think that's the active ingredient.
Sorry, Mike. It has to be done. I told you last night. Look, if we're eating it, that means you don't have to. So we're thinking of you. Guess I should move the Acer a few feet. That's what I was thinking, mate, too, because I was thinking about putting my Acer when I make the pond bigger so that it's going to be overgrowing over the pond. And I'm certainly not thinking of it. Well, I'm not doing that now anyway, that's for sure. You can't stop Dazza eating. He would waste away. There
exactly. I'm a growing lad.
Yeah. Never heard of that rule, Charlie. Rules are meant to be broken. Damn right. Oh, and the red Leicester mini cheddar. Try them. I think we had some of them over week. They're a bit, yeah, not so good. I don't like that ones. They're a bit like sweaty feet. Mini cheddars, red Leicester. Try them. See what you think. I didn't think much to them anyway. That is for sure. What we might have to do. I only grow grass. Doing my own thing, artwork wise, guys. Just wondering if anybody wants to see anything else. I'd be happy to look at any of your artwork, some of the stuff that you've done already. That you put yourself. Didn't you paint the van as well? Didn't you actually paint the same design on the van? I think you did, didn't you? Sure you did.
That stuff. What she done around the pond. That looks wicked. That looks really good.
Yeah, and you didn't think, did you, before you started filling up the pond, how you were going to get there to finish them off? Because now you're going to have a ladder in the bottom of your pond to reach because it's 6 foot up. Speak to me after. Will do, whoever that might be. Show me your picture, show me your face, and then I'll know who I'm speaking to after. Excuse me 1 second. This person would like to speak to me afterwards. It might be a case that he can't use his camera and wants to come on, wants to speak to me. Okay. It'd be much easier if you just told me who you were. How's that for an idea?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
There's a private message back to you. I'll bring you into the show after when we go to the back stream.
Yeah.
Koi seems happy. I bet they are. I bet they eat them like crazy as well. Rules have been made to be broken and music was made to be played loud. If it's too loud, you're too old. 100%. I'd agree with that, Vince.
It all depends what kind of music though.
No, all music should be played loud. It's just if you don't like that particular type of music, it should still be played loud. 100%. Do you not agree? Do you not think music should be played loud? No. If your ears aren't ringing, it ain't been a good night when you come out. That's what I'll say.
Antisocial behaviour.
That's it.
You want to be able to hear this when you get up in the morning, or you still want to be able to hear this.
I get that from using the trailer and the backer plates and things. I don't need music.
Then you know you definitely had a good night.
Yeah. That does sound like some quick whistling, didn't it?
Well, that's what it does. Your ears ring with like a whistling tone. It's called tinnitus.
Yeah.
Long-term effects of it's not good, so you always have to listen to it. That's what Keith. That was Keith being impatient. Amen to that, Vince. Totally agree, mate. Now I've got to climb a ladder. Yeah, got to get climbing ladders and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what you could do. You could get scaffolds, not scaffolds. What do they call them? A scaffold tower. You know the scaffold tower boards? They're about 2 foot wide, and they have a little trapdoor, so you could climb up through that trapdoor and sit on top, and then finish it. All music should be played loud unless Amy Winehouse, Oasis, Rhythmics. They should be banned for life. LOL. That's a pretty precise list as well. But yeah, I'd go with a few of them. Oasis, no, Oasis are pretty good. We do end up talking about some total random twaddle, don't we, on this? It just goes off on a tangent to all directions. Right. Well, Oasis. Oops. Oasis. How dare you? My hi-fi is louder than loud. I should charge the neighbours for listening to it.
Oh, it's stupid, right? You know when he puts his reggae on, all you can hear that boom, boom, and it's bouncing my windows over it.
Music should be loud enough so that you can feel it.
Oh,
for those people that are deaf,
no, they can't get to sleep.
You know when Colin's playing his reggae music
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, seriously, it vibrates our windows.
A little.
Yeah, definitely vibrates it when Charlie.
Music should vibrate your music when it's at the right volume. You should be able to feel it vibrating in your stomach.
Oh, well,
that's wind. That is, Gaz. That's wind.
Oasis, how dare you there from Si? Yeah, full blast just before it becomes to antisocial classed as a section. Classed as a section. I use scaffold tower boards to do any of maintenance over the pond. How can you not like Amy? She was a candle that burned bright, but too short.
Yeah. Her fault.
She was a good singer as well. Some of her songs, but yeah, some of it
was all right, but yeah.
Yeah.
Haha, up north. I'm with you on that. Amy was awesome. Gary, your tongue should fester and drop out Oasis pa, you Philistine. I've only got Bose, so play quality equals loud. Another one for the band list is Adele. Everything she sings always so miserable and morbid sounding.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Even Paula said, Bose, scaffold boards won't reach across mine unless you can get a 7-meter one. I think you probably can, mate, because some pretty
kind of pontoon.
Yeah,
I need a 5-meter to go across mine. Outside. And then if I tried to walk on it, it would touch the water anyway. So.
You don't walk on water, mate. You don't need a plank.
No, that's it.
You know you've been playing your speakers loud when they've farted following day and you've blown them. That's when they've gone loud.
I'll get Colin to ask Colin to turn his up when next time you come over and tell you how you just feel like over here like.
There you go. As Lemmy said, the only way to feel the music is when it's good and loud. That's it. I live. Oh, whoa! What happened there? I live next door to foreigners. How they can understand loud music when they don't understand English. No disrespect to anyone viewing. I've got Sons on Boss and hybrid system. There you go. Rick Astley.
Oh, bloody hell!
We're going to give you one.
You need the man back.
I did him live on that.
Bullshit statement. Come on, Rick Astley. Come on, that's definitely got to get it. That's just awful. That's just awful. So,
have you ever seen him live?
Oh, I won't want to see him alive, mate.
Never going to give you one.
I know one. Bloody hell. Never going to put you down.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I have a 2,160 watt sub. It's going to rattle some windows.
It does. Okay, it's ridiculous.
I'm never going to give you up, Paul.
Yeah.
Simon Shears with a laughing face. Right, so now we're talking about all sorts of total random.
It don't matter, does it? As long as everybody's enjoying it and joining in.
Well, we pushed up a couple of thumbs up. That must have been the Rick Astley that got us them. Chesney Hawks, god damn, Chesney Hawks. That's an old one.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
Old Chezza.
I bet he started shaving.
Yes, I have a 70s weekend at Butlins. Yes, get in there. Rick rolled. He certainly did. Okay, here's another one. The best of Dave. Oh, my God.
Oh,
one of my old bosses and the biggest prick you'll ever meet, you ever seen, you ever watched this side of the earth. He used to bring out a CD to make the lads play, and it was David Hasselhoff. And I took that disc out of the CD player, snapped it in half and said, that shit's not going on that stereo ever again. What a lot of crap. David Hasselhoff.
That's worse than Take That. Hasselhoff.
No, I'd rather listen to Take That. That David Hasselhoff should be used as a form of torture. Yeah. That's the one, guys, bruv. Blown plenty of speakers in my day. That's it. Definitely been. You know, you've had a good party or a good night out or a good night when you speak as a fart the following day because you turned it way too loud and popped something. You guys it's all about the man bags.
Yes, very, very cultured in the Midlands we are.
Speak for yourself.
We don't like ruffian music.
Now then.
A bit of classical music.
Aha, Take On Me. Now there's a tune. I agree with that one, mate. That guy has got some talent. He can sing. Agree with you there, guys. Love that guy in Baywatch next to all them yummy. Stop it, Colin gets in trouble. Yeah. Can't but trust me. Oh, okay, mate. Right, no worries. I shall bring you in afterwards, and we shall listen. We shall listen to what you have to say. Comments. Oh my God, what's going on? Right. Oops, guys. Pamela, yeah, but David. Next Tuesday.
No, it's cricket. It's cricket.
Yeah. If anybody wants to use that word instead, what we will use instead of that word, see you next Tuesday, we will be happy to accept cricket instead.
Yeah, because I said it once when a young lady was present and I got told off. We got told off.
So we came up with the word to use cricket instead.
Yeah.
Pammy. Oh, absolutely crying here. Bloody millennials. Yeah, I agree, Vince. Jason Donovan.
Oh,
God damn, man. Now we are scraping bottom of barrel, aren't we?
Yeah, Jason and Tyler.
Next is going to be Calvin and then Danny Minogue. God. Right, said Fred.
That has spawned a whole generation of kids called Kylie and Jason.
Yeah, even worse.
His profile picture. He's changed it. He's got cowboy with lasso. Oh, right. Well, if we're going to talk about stuff, random stuff, as we're going random, there's a good series out there, guys, that you all ought to chip in and watch. We've all watched it together because it's been absolutely fantastic. And it is called Yellowstone. There's 4 seasons.
Brilliant.
Damn good. Real good. Real well worth a watch.
Yeah, gets me off to sleep.
Coming to watch.
Yeah. I was skeptical.
I love cricket. Mike's got laughing faces there. Laughing faces again. Milli Vanilli. Did he not get his title and everything taken away from him though? Because he were miming on him, Milli Vanilli.
He was miming, yeah. Yeah. Because someone else is singing the songs for him, I think.
I'm glad you know Milli Vanilli, whoever that were. I've never heard of it. See, I'm a young pup. I'm not like you fossils.
Fossils. Blackface. Is that Black Lace and that little boy's smile? New religion. Bring him to the knees. Black velvet, if you please. Is that something? Did they Black Lace sing that?
Totally different.
No, is it? Who's Black Lace then?
No, Black Lace. Really old, bloody hell.
And that should be Agadoo.
What about what's it called? Bewitched. The Irish.
Yeah, they were all right. Yeah, bit of totty. Yeah.
I'm in 1883's.
The what?
And 1883, the prequel series. Oh, right, sweet. So look at that one.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry,
I want to even.
And Hospital Radio. Welcome back to Mobile Dandelion Discotheques. If you've enjoyed yourself, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your bloody mouth shut. If you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, buy a pram. That's what my dad used to say on his when he was a DJ. Oh my God, you're saying I'm old. C'est la vie. Good night, all. Enjoyed watching. Sorry, this has turned into a shit show. All the way to Yellowstone. Is that all right? Sweet. That's the 1883 is the prequel series. Sweet. Hang on.
Oh, no, that's more crap to watch.
Yeah, 1883. Because I'll forget. Nice one. Thank you very much. Good night. No, crap. Let's say it right. Saskia.
Saskia. Right.
No, Black Lace song. Black Lace song. I can do. Shake the tree. Oh my God. I'm probably going to get copyrighted for all these. Good night. And good night again. You guys can fill a bit. This bun's making my mouth water, so I'm gonna have a piece.
I've been it, Gaz. It's gone hard by now. It's dried out.
You don't want it. You don't need it. You don't need it.
It's proper stuff. Oh man.
Just how you like it. That bun's calling me. So just like that.
Sorry, but that is good, Mike. It is really good. Pass the Dutchie. That was a good one.
Musical Youth, yeah.
Yeah, Musical Youth. God damn.
Wow.
That it was Alenia Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a good song, man.
Talking about music, I told you I ain't got a clue about music.
We've got Michael on something. It's something he doesn't know much about. Music.
Yeah.
After the left-hand side, that was a belting song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to do some research on music history now, won't I?
Always Simon's. What we got there? Simon, laughing face. Vince's favourite song is the theme tune to Fraggle Rock. Simon, this is just getting Buster Blood Vessel.
Bad manners. Yeah.
Dance your cares away. That's how it went, wasn't it? Dance your cares away. Worries for another day. Class.
Take a Fraggle bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a sensible question here. Hi lads, I'm filling up my new pond. Back to some normality. Hi lads, I'm filling up my new pond at the minute, and I've done the patience to run it through a 3-stage filter. What's it called? That stuff.
Sulfate. Yeah.
That way, be enough to make it safe. 100% it will, mate. Yeah.
100%, and you can't overdose it, Josh.
Now it gets
the chuck 30 kilos.
Does that get rid of chlorine, or does it get rid of the chloramines?
Definitely chlorine. I don't know.
Skeggy, does it work on both, mate, or does it just work on the one?
No, chloramine. No, it'll take, because chloramine is the atom of chlorine and ammonia, so it might not get rid of the ammonia side of it. So it just be the chlorine, I believe. Because it's in...
it will bind the chloramine, Skeggy says. So then that will if it removes the chlorine from it, then it'll leave the ammonia, and the ammonia will be taken out of the filter system.
Back the filtration system, yeah.
So there you go, mate. It will leave the ammonia in, but your filter system, once matured, will remove that.
Yeah, Skeggy's told us that.
Going on the continuous vicious cycle of removing one and putting the other one back in, and removing one and putting the other one back in.
Yeah. But if it's what's it called? If it's 3-stage filters new,
Suggs is my mate's uncle.
Break down your ammonia, is it?
No, but
slab dropping.
But it's still going to be what's it called? Isn't it? It's still going to be taking some of the chlorine out if it's brand new. But it only most HMA filters they only do 10,000 litres, don't they? Them cartridges.
I'm going to allow my glamorous assistants to answer this one while I eat buns. Yeah, this is the first time you ever see me eat on my live, so everybody else has done it, so it's my go for once. Look at that, Mike. Lovely.
Yeah, I think them filters, them HMA filters, the 10-inch ones, they do about 10,000 litres, up to 10,000 litres per cartridge.
Yeah, and then they're expired.
And they're expired, yeah.
That's not a lot, then, is it?
No. Like I say, if you can, Josh, and if you can afford to buy at one time, ask Skeggy about a Big Blue.
Mike Bass says, I have 10,000 CDs in my garage as I was a DJ for 25 years. You can start your research.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, start alphabetical.
But you've got to listen to it loud to appreciate it, or otherwise it won't sink in. He says that. That's the one Paula says, Vin.
Sunday music is sophisticated.
Sunday music.
Andre Botticelli, now that is a man. He's a blind gentleman. Italian blind gentleman. His music is beautiful. Beautiful music.
Does Charlie Biff to go to the proms and all that then? Doesn't look the sort of gentleman that I'd associate with classical music.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
He's a cultured man, is he? Yeah.
You look, with a name like that, is a bit of a ruffian, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I believe you. Whether you just Google that one.
No, Andrew Botticelli, I know because I listened to him.
Yeah, I've seen him as well. Not personally, but on telly.
I ain't got a clue. Sai says it will rid the chlorine and leave the ammonia behind, which I think I already said, but 100% cupcake. I got it all stuck in my teeth. I would use the gel to deal with the metals and the other factors.
Yeah.
Moves chlorine and the filter will then remove the ammonia.
Yeah.
God damn, that's proper clagger.
Vinyl? Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. You know something.
See, now,
you need to play it on there.
If music's going to be done and you're going to have a proper night and a proper house banging party, the only way to play music is on vinyl, 100%.
You've clipped off there, lads. You've clipped off a good thing there. Did you notice? Us, Skegger, and Mr. Webb, we all agreed on one thing.
Bloody hell.
Golf clap.
And I missed it. What was it?
Golf clap.
Yeah. I mean, that's a rarity in itself.
Well
done, all. Well done to all who participated.
Yeah.
I can't say that or see that day, but we truly did.
We did.
No, Josh, it's out of stock at the main importers at the moment. Free stage should only run at 1 to 2 litres a minute.
Yeah, it's
at free bar.
Them 3-stage filters, mate. They're not worth the money there. If you're gonna go for a filter like that, go for the Big Blue. If you can afford one, mate.
There you go. Best place for the Big Blue is Finch Filtrations. Jean Michael Jerry.
Oxygen.
Oh, Jean-Michel Jarre, Oxygen, yeah.
Say that again.
Jean-Michel Jarre. Have you not heard of him? French bloke, obviously.
Oh.
That's
Lots of
Michael.
sort of instrumental stuff he does. It's yeah, Oxygen.
That's Michael though, not Michelle. That's Michael.
It's pronounced Jean-Michel Jarre. Trust me.
Michelle. That's my name then. That's how you spell my name.
Yeah, Michelle.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not bad.
Say it with French accent, no doubt. There you go. Come on.
Still makes sense now.
People are loving this when you're saying it. Come on. There you go.
Well, say again.
Jean-Michel Jarre.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Can we get you to do it again?
I'm not doing it anymore.
Mike, you got Matt Derry in those CDs. Question: went to school with him. Oh my God, Twisted, you're now talking. Now you're talking. Sorry. Don't forget Demis
Roussos. Oh God.
Telford with a laughing face. I do have a nice side, gentlemen, and Mick gave me the CD disc. Oh, was it a Christmas present wrapped up with love in a man bag?
I definitely wouldn't give him a man bag if I had a nice Gucci man bag. That would be staying with me, or a Louis Vuitton.
I don't think they make men bags.
It's a little. You do at the end of it. That's
I love it. You know, I like bags. I like the good design, the quality of them.
Dear. I prefer Andre
Who?
Yeah.
Or modern version, left field leftism. Oh, bugger Skeggy is wrong. I deny all knowledge of agreeing with any. Paul Weller met him, have his plaque on the photo from a gig a few years back. There you go.
If you fish.
What the hell's Paul Weller?
What?
Made music with lasers.
Weller, the jazz.
Oh, now I know you mean Vince. Yeah. Made music with lasers back in the late 80s and early 90s. But he used to play them by putting his hand through lasers and stuff.
Yeah,
Play different notes.
Fossil music.
Yeah, I think that's what he did, didn't he, Vince? He had like light beams coming up.
Yeah.
He used to put his hands into them to play different notes. I think that's what he did. Yeah, what the hell this is going to do with Gazza Corp on live? But this is
nice.
About something and just have a dance.
That is what it's all about, mate.
I told you that we could do this show and just talk random shit all night and it'd still get people. Yeah, laser harp. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Yep. And laser harp. Yeah. Thought it was. Told you we could still get people watching the people that might watch this back and be thinking, what the hell route are these guys going on? Anything else? What we were going to do is we were going to do a little bit of a kind of ask the panel for you guys to ask us if there were anything you wanted to know within reason. Sort of like that ask the panel, and we thought we might do it every now and again.
Yeah. So
here's your chance. Ask the panel. Or we keep talking music and randomness. So, my dogs go to sleep listening to a smooth FM. You're tuned in live.
That has the same effect on most people, I think.
Yeah.
That's the one, Skegster. Got photos of me with no button count. Who knows who the hell he is? No idea. I don't think I can.
Sounds like a scam artist to me.
Yeah, you got the star of Gaz behind his head again.
Gary Webb, first question. What's your top 10 songs? Top 10 songs.
I like a bit of Slipknot. Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah, I remember that. Top 10 songs or
Linkin
band?
Park.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one, Gaz, and write them down, mate, and then
Corn.
Sweet corn.
First question is for me. Will you sell me that fish back, Gaz?
Of course you will.
Everything's for sale for a price.
You can dibs it. I'll sell it you back.
$10 million.
Whether or not you want to pay that for it. No, Vince, I wouldn't, mate. Honest, truthful answer, I like that fish a lot.
Oh, it's amazing.
What I might expect to do, though...
It's a perfect pair, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
If I would like to breed off that fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I might sell you some at fry. How's that? Well, I might just even give you... How's that? Who would discard a shower with Benny in the fins?
We know what the Benny's called now in the Asagi fin, and so I guess it would be the same as if it had Benny in the fins as well. It would be mono aka.
Mono aka.
Yeah, that's what when a Asagi has Motoguru in its fins, it's called mono aka.
Well, you found that out last night or tonight?
Tonight, earlier on when we were talking.
I was going to say, you didn't tell me about it.
You seen this? Yeah. Eric Clapton. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes, Danger Mouse. that one for you. 30-30, 150 Dazza.
What's that?
Is that my height?
Is that his stats? What were you thinking of doing if you improve your pond? What am I thinking of doing if I improve my pond next year? From where the decking board is, where I stand on my pond, I'm thinking about taking it back to that and then bringing it up to where I've got the daisies in the garden, those little green bush behind the acer tree.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'm going to move my acer tree on a little bit. But the idea is to keep it in the same shape, but expand it out by about 2 foot in its width, and then drop down another foot, maybe 1.5 foot. That's the plan. I was thinking about putting in what do you call it? A pond skimmer, and then feeding that pond skimmer to a shower, but making my own shower so that it'd be pump fed to the shower, through the shower, back in return.
Yeah.
That's the plan. That's what I'm hoping to do. But again, it's a case of time off of work and not going on holiday and seeing whether or not I can do that without Alaska nuts. And then I can only have it as big as what she don't kick me head in for. Citizen Steve. He's the lead guy in Extreme More Than Words. You know the song.
I know the song.
There, this one. Seen another side of you, Daz. Excellent choice of music. Charlie Bifter Brown. Why are fish born with huge eyes and tiny bodies? So they can see when the shit's coming at them.
Coming to eat them.
So they can see predators. In fact, no, I think the truth is, I think there's something to do with their eyes. The eye size doesn't change, does it?
Can't see a bloody thing now, that these.
No, not the quality. I think when you're born as a child, your eyes are the same size as what you are as an adult. It's one of the ones that don't grow or don't get bigger or don't get smaller.
Yeah. Oh, babies are bloody tiny.
No, I mean, but is that the case? What happens with fish then? Why are they born with big eyes?
I don't know. So they can see when a big perch or a pike's coming to swallow them.
So you think it's a predator thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your eyeballs do grow.
Maybe the eyes grow
so
slowly.
their eyes are small. Their eyes are small. Maybe it's not the fact that their eyes are big. Maybe it's the fact that the bodies and their heads
are not proportionate to the eye structure.
Proportion.
Yeah. Maybe the body grows faster, so it catches the eyes quick.
Yeah.
God knows.
Because the eye develops firstly in an egg when you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The eye develops first on most things.
In a koi egg, The eye does develop first. What
one
you
of the
always
first
look,
things.
you always look
One
for
of
the
the
black
first
dot.
things develop, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's the outer liquid, isn't it? Then the 2 dots with the eyes, then the backbone.
The spine, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we learned something at the club last week, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
About guppies. They're a live bearer, like everybody knows, but they're only a live bearer up to the point of them being born. They're in an egg sac. They're in an egg until the minute they're born. But we're koi. Koi are they? They're in the egg when they hatch. And what's it called? Oviviparous, is it?
Oviparious.
Oviparious, and then it was the other one, isn't there?
Viviparious.
Oviparious, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just about eggs. Eggs. That's what koi are. Koi are one of them.
I agree, Vince. Daz, I met Corey Taylor a few times at gigs. Have you listened to Stone Sour? No. I speak to Fozzie frequently. Have a Google a song called 30-30-150? No. I don't Google anything that anybody tells me to Google because it's always something bad. If I type that into Google, 30-30-150, something bad's going to come up.
Yeah.
If we improve our pond, that won't. If we improve our pond, that won't happen. Oh well. Fozzie and Jericho Rock. Or we.
What?
Or WWE. Is he on about wrestling now?
Don't think so.
Josh Jones, is there a WhatsApp koi chat group? I would imagine there are thousands of them, mate. 100%. You can guarantee there is a koi WhatsApp chat group. If you mean, is there my or ours or a chat group? Yes, there is.
Yes.
No, guys, your garden would be extended your pond, but you'd have a bridge and a waterfall, not a shower.
Oh,
That would be nice.
Yes.
I don't like that idea. I would like to put a bridge over. I would like to push it round in front of the shed bit and put a bridge over it. That would be pretty cool. But
that's what I thought. You might come across your leave it as it is, but then come round. So it's like
can you imagine how much she'd go mad if she had to cross a bridge every time she wanted to put washing out?
Yeah, or take it under the shed, have a glass floor in the shed so you can see the fish through the floor.
Yeah.
One of those where you have to be real careful about standing on it so it don't crack. No. Charlie Bifter Brown, fish eyes are disproportionate to their bodies when small in order to maximize their chances of survival. There you go. Mick and Daz, when are you kicking your channels off? When are you guys going to do a channel?
Never.
Too many trolls, too much.
I've tried with them both. Tried a lot. I think you can both do a good job of it.
Nah, I enjoy what I'm doing.
There are a few, Josh. Good question, Josh.
My wife would kill me if I had a bloody YouTube channel. She gets stressed enough as it is.
You get stressed enough as it is with my channel.
Exactly.
And the amount we already talked about stuff on there on that about, well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm guessing that Molly's a live bearers as well, Mick.
They are.
Dropping off now, guys. Really enjoyed tonight's live. Hope to see you at the weekend. Have a good
See you later, Phil.
Talking about dropping off soon, guys. We are pretty much talking some randomness, and it has pretty much got close towards the end of the show.
We've got a night Phil, latest Phil, yes, Mick. I just Googled, Gaz, you're perfectly safe to Google. Thanks. I want to do it when I'm on a live, that is for sure. And get some, oh yeah, coming up in background or something like that. Yeah. I didn't ask you to do Gaz, Daz. It's a song by Stone Sour. Stone Sour is Corey Taylor's other band. Ah, right. I was asking Paul if she preferred AEW or WWE wrestling.
Yeah,
right, Nick.
That's right.
Google yourself sounds so wrong. Oh dear. Smaller washing line. It's already small. It's snapped in half. It's at the moment, it's across the lawn. That's not good. Don't go there. Don't go there. Oh dear. Yeah, Vince, probably not a chat to have here though. Paul Max says, cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. Sorry, Paul. It's been totally random. Paul. But take it easy, mate. Thanks for joining us. Next time. Right. Josh Jones has just stated that the pretty obvious one, yeah. Women are live bearers as well, mate. 100%. Right. And on that note, I'd like to say a huge, massive, great big thank you to everybody that's come and joined us this evening and returns week in, week out. A massive thank you to all the new subscribers and to all those who come back regardless. A big thank you to Mick. Mick and Daz, as usual. I can't, one day I get that right. For joining us week in, week out. Usual thing, guys. Do us a huge favour. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And until the next one, I'll catch you all on the next one. Keep smiling, guys. We'll see you all soon. Catch you later. Good night.